Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better outing right there by Central.
All right, so we have Central scoring an interception courtesy of Ty Casey. And the Bobcats with this one are now, they're tied 14-14 and deep in the heart of Eastlake territory.
So here we go. Malachi Brown takes a snap and looks left, but there's nowhere. He went right back to him. That's Ty Casey, but unfortunately wasn't able to get to him. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Excuse this blurry vision here. Thought that was number 10. That's actually 38. That's going to be
that's Navarrete.
Yeah, that's Samuel Navarrete. First touchdown for him.
Oh, it looks like Jalen's injured.
Yeah, so we're going to have an injured Bobcat on the field.
All right. So we will take a break with them as the Bobcats health team tends to what appears to be Jalen Lifesty on the field there. We hope that, man, he is able to get back up because this is a guy the Bobcats definitely needing this playoff game. So, man, clutch. We were talking defense for the Central Bobcats, and they were needing a major turnover or at least a defensive stand. How big is this?
That's huge. You got to give props to Dobbins. Every time I looked at the play, Dobbins was back there. He had the stop on the little draw play they had, and he was throwing pressure in the quarterback. And to Ty Casey, because usually he has butters. He's got them stone hands. So for him to clutch up like that.
Perhaps why he plays defense.
Exactly. They started him at wide receiver, but, you know.
Well, Manny, you called it, and you got your answer. Got the stop on defense. That's exactly what you needed. And now it looks like the Central Bobcats are going to go down and score. You know, hoping nothing's too hurt right here because that's a very key player right there, and that would be awful for the Bobcats. But either way, you're right here in scoring position. You go up right here, bang.
Yeah.
There you go. Money time.
They have got. I believe they do have to get a touchdown here because you just never know what may happen down the stretch of that, and you know it's these things to not seize the moment. You know. To settle for field goals at this time of the year, or to get caught up in the could have beens that have things like that. Man, that's just a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, you definitely need a touchdown here, and you don't know what they'll pull out of their bag. You want to take less pressure off the defense because they did their part right there. You got to step up and get you 7 on the board. For sure.
Trammell, how about we wind back that let's take one more look at that interception, if we can. From Ty Casey, because man, that was just a clutch defensive play there. We don't see him get too many snags.
No, we don't. He's more of a hard hitter or a run stopper type of guy.
I know that's a guy that you want. Yeah. You want to be around when you're in a dark alley, and he's gonna go to war for you.
Heck
so
yeah.
Let's run back that interception there because man, what a play that was. And defensively, the Bobcats, I mean, just the front 7.
Honestly, take a look at big old 99 right here, Dwayne Huff. I mean, for a big old boy, he is moving at this quarterback, pushing 2 people out of his way, and then coming for him, and then bang right there. There's the interception. Wow.
Then Ty's just like, hey, I'm wide open. Give it to me.
Hey, I ran the comeback quarterback. I'm wide open right here. Once again, though, 99, dude, what a barrel right there. Just going through everyone and boom.
I mean, it was like if Ty was just waiting for that himself. Man, what a fantastic defensive play from the Bobcats as they showed in that sequence there. And it's last night I was hanging out with Post in Crawford down in Brownwood, and that game it was a defensive battle. I mean, and because both teams. I mean, anytime you get to the state semifinals, I mean, you may see a shootout, but you're going to see some really good defense, because definitely. I mean you're talking about the best teams in Texas at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
But it came down to defense and true momentum and how one offensive sequence truly just momentum went from here to here, and it just the other team just could not recover from that.
Yeah, those games are. It's like a boxing match every play, like those type of games where, I mean, you're just giving it their all. And it's the state semis. I mean, those kids, they're going to feel it the next day. So, those are some tough games to play. But.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of tough games to play, in Class 6A Division I, that's where we find El Paso Montwood and Midland Lee. They are squaring off tonight in Midland at Grande Communications Stadium. We'll get you a score update on that. Plus, Odessa Permian is hosting El Paso Franklin at Ratliff Stadium. The winner of that, I believe, will get either South Lake Carroll or Haltom City. Man. So there's not, there's no gimmies in the Little Southwest Conference. Trammell, you want to go full screen, and we will come back to that game there. All right, let's see. All right, so let's go back to
So
Socorro
we're back,
ISD
and they took a shot over the top, but it was no good. I have a score update. Just checked in on the Rebels over there. Mm-hmm. They are beating the dogs out of the Rams. They're up 40-3.
Man. Oh my God!
I think it was 48-3. 48 or 40-3.
I mean, that's just no fun for the Montwood Rams.
Yeah, that's a long drive home, even from Midland.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? Okay, so the El Paso team that's playing Abilene High. We'll come back to this thought as Mal Brown kind of dials this one up.
And he finds his man, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Is that Weston?
That is.
That's going to be a Weston Hill. Wide receiver right up the middle right there. That's going to be a touchdown. Boys, let's run that back and go ahead and check out Malachi Brown touchdown.
Nice. Look, I mean, the extension on that was just beautiful.
That looked like dabs. Same number and everything.
Hey, there you go. So they're going to they took their time to figure out this play. I mean,
yeah, they
didn't get lined up till about 11 seconds.
I'm digging this offense.
I like it, man.
Doing.
Yeah, slow and go. Slow and go. So gets the ball off at 5 seconds about. So Malachi Brown, look, just a simple post route, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's all they needed right there, right up the middle, and arms in the air. That's going to be a leading touchdown. It's now going to be 21-14. Bobcats take the lead close to the end of the first quarter.
Man, that's a big-time football play. All right, so we will take a quick break from Socorro ISD Stadium as we rejoin the coverage back here at the San Angelo Live studios. Man, what a play.
Man, that's awesome. I mean, just the way that they're balancing everything out, the run and the pass, they're doing it both. For, what's the El Paso team? You said all those El Paso teams. Eastlake.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, man. For them, you know, they're kind of run heavy right now, and if Central can stop the run, we haven't seen their quarterback air it out a lot, although, you know, he has the stats to prove it.
Well, only one interception the entire season, but then again, this El Paso Eastlake team, they've only played El Paso teams this entire season.
Yeah, they know each other, I'm sure, man.
So, yeah, I imagine they're getting tired of seeing. And so this is like their
the
true,
same stadium too, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, there's some. This is like the equivalent of what DFW teams play, because there's so many El Paso schools, and I think there's like 6 or 7 districts there in El Paso.
It's like their own. It's like their own little bubble.
Yeah, it really is. This is their Orlando. You know. All right, so let's rejoin the coverage from Socorro ISD Stadium as the Bobcats defense is welcome back on the field. Trammell, what are we looking like here?
The Cats, they just, they got the kickoff, not the best kickoff. They returned it all the way back to the 35-yard line, and both times when we've seen them do that, it didn't look pretty. And here's another run by Elijah Uribe, and it's going to get all the way to past the 45-yard line and about to the 48-yard line. So that's going to be a first down on the first play of the drive.
Man, that kid's working with a little meat on him.
Yeah, he can run.
Yeah, definitely. Before coming in here, he had 9 touchdowns on the season. He has 2 tonight.
Jesus, okay. Yeah, so you would think Eastlake saw something from that central front that they could expose. But man,
could it have been from Mojo or Midland Lee?
Yeah, it's take your pick there.
Either way, so we got a thrown ball and great coverage down there, no flags, and he had his hand on the ball. So not really near an interception, but definitely good defense by Central right there, as it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
All right, so you gotta like what you're seeing from this defense. I love 99 Huff,
Baby D.
Yeah, this guy came from the JV last season, dominated on the defensive front on the JV level at the JV level. I mean, and he's been that way. He's been disrupting offenses this entire season. And tonight really kind of showing his true strength.
Yeah, he's a freaking brute out there. You used to see him on the basketball court too, man.
Is he a hooper?
Oh, he's a hooper. I'll give you that, man.
I think I have. He plays on the varsity team?
I think he was JV last year.
Yeah,
but he'll definitely play varsity this year. Yeah.
Yeah, this
He's
guy,
got the shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the shot. I think he was on varsity.
It was
last
what
time.
He might have got moved up. I'm not
It was
sure.
what the
so.
N1 mixtape series, the big fella Escalade.
Escalade.
That's what Baby D reminds me
yeah.
of. Escalade. Just pin him up on the block.
Honestly, who's yeah, like I'm gonna not get backed down by that guy. Come on, coach.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like, is that a timeout or the end of the first quarter?
That looks like it is going to be. Well, the refs don't seem to be moving, so we might just have a timeout here.
Yeah, it looks like a
so-
timeout.
Okay, so we will come back to the studio. It is 21-14 if you're just now joining us. Thank you so much for joining our broadcast tonight here on YouTube, Facebook, the Periscope. If Parler, if they had that, I imagine we'd have that on there. But yeah, the Bobcats leading El Paso Eastlake 21-14 in the first quarter of play. This game is just moving. Trammell, what did you say the over? What were you setting the over under for this one?
I said 58. I said 58, and that's reasonable. We're only at
That's a
what,
pretty solid
35, so that's not. Is it the second quarter?
I mean,
I hope so. I mean, golly, we might have said it at 100.
I think it is the
Come
second
on.
quarter. It looks like they flipped sides.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so we're in it.
We're in the second quarter, 14-21 over 35 points. I'm loving it, 58. Look, Coach Davis, I know they like to play a little offense, but he's strict defensive mind. Let's go. We're going to step it up. Come on, defense.
All right, so the over-under, the Trammell line, the over-under set at 58, and it was -6 in favor of Eastlake tonight.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
So right now, got to cover.
Okay, so Central, man, these guys playing their hearts out tonight. Opening round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. Hour one, presented by Little Caesars Pizza of San Angelo.
Pizza.
For your pregame, for your midgame, for your postgame eats. Go hit up our friends at Little Caesars Pizza. We thank them for the sponsorship of Cover1 Live here on SanAngeloLive.com. Bobcats back on defense. Trammell, take us away.
All right, so, the quarterback got smoked when he threw it, and so did the receiver, but he caught it anyways. It's going to be a first down for Eastlake. Man, this team just knows how to keep the chains moving, and unlike Central, who wants to right now slow this pace down, they're trying to keep pushing it, and I think that's kind of why Central is trying to slow it down, because they know that this offense can definitely score some points.
Yeah, and they're in need of a big stop here, and I think this could really change the momentum of this game. And oh man, he looked like he almost caught. That could have been a reception there.
So we got second down. There's a flag on the play, but
I think it was an offsides.
throw to the right side. Some pretty good defensive coverage down there, and didn't catch it, but it might have been out of bounds as well. Looks like it's going to be offsides, so we're going to have to repeat first down. 1st and 5 now.
Nice.
Big boy went out to get a drink, but hey, guess what?
Okay, here we
He's
go.
back. Let's
D
go.
baby.
D-Baby. Come on, Hub.
Oh man.
You know, if you
man,
look at
Ashton
this
out
right
there.
here, they're actually kind of put him in like a defensive end spot. You know, with his
Oh, look at
size, he
this.
could be a nose tackle. But
Oh.
Elijah Uribe, he breaks a couple. Don't know if that's going to be all the way to the first down, so might bring up second down, but it's going to be close.
Dobbins had him in the backfield.
Yeah,
They
and
knew him,
Uribe, I
man.
mean, just the sheer strength of Uribe here. I think we got to give that guy a little bit of
for
credit.
sure.
But Dobbins certainly had him in there. But that dude just shedding kids.
Yeah,
left
the
and right.
initial spin pretty much got him off of him. It was really quick. So the quarterback's going to be back there by himself. So, oh no, there's Uribe right there to his right. Doubles on each side. Looking around, making some adjustments. Quarterback takes the snap, and this is a pass all the way. Quarterback moving out of the pocket and throws it, but good defense. Oh, I don't know. We're going to see a flag. We might get a little passing interference right there
The
from Kente Nichols.
the camera guy didn't do that enough justice.
Yeah, they need to stick it up on this top camera because it's a.
I'm not sure if I mean, it looked like he got there on time. What they're
Yeah,
probably
dude.
saying is he got there maybe a little bit early.
Ooh, a little flag.
Okay,
on the
okay.
play. We got a little
Hey-o.
animation here. Gotta love it. Shout out to Score ISD for this.
Yes, a big thank you to Socorro ISD for allowing us to put on this, for sharing their broadcast tonight. And this one, have they made a call? It looks like, okay, so looks like this may be going against the Bobcats here.
Yeah, it's gonna be passing interference against Nichols all the way.
All right, so I mean, this is a huge drive here for Eastlake because this gets them back in the game, if you will. The Bobcats, I mean, I think for the way Uribe is playing and whenever they hand the ball off to that kid, I mean, he just seems like he's, 4 or 5 yards in a cloud of dust whenever he gets the football. So they need something to happen here.
So Tripp's left. He's lined up to the right, and they hand it to him. He's going to take that about 8 yards, and it's going to be probably 2nd and 1, actually. That's going to be 9 yards. Going to get it all the way out to the 18-yard line. And, man, this kid is rumbling and rolling. I came in here thinking this quarterback was going to be making plays. And right now, it's just been Uribe all night long.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And with this Uribe kid, why not? Yeah. I mean, the dude's, nobody can stop him on the defensive line.
That's weird, but he reminds me of Brandon Jacobs, the old New York Giants running back.
Yeah.
Like, he's big,
so right here, they got a spread all the way and threw it to the end zone, but did he come up with it? No, he didn't. It's going to be incomplete. What are they calling? We see some jumping. We see jumping. Everyone's jumping. That's going to be a touchdown for the Falcons.
Well, hopefully they gave us a decent replay on that.
We can run it back and
see
what we can make out of it. So empty set here. It's going to be at the top of the field. Who makes the play? Probably on a little post route or something coming inside. Quarterback gets the pressure, gets the throw off, and makes the grab.
It looks like Casey was close to at least getting a mid on that.
Either way, it's going to make it 21-all. So the Bobcat defense got to step it up, boys.
Yeah, that's a good catch, though. Give him that.
Let's stay with this replay. Of course, they're not going to give it.
Here it is. Replay.
Right
Here it is. So, that was just cut at the right time. Cut right at the end zone.
What do you think that was, Christian? You think that was a little zone coverage there?
No, I don't know.
Soft zone?
Yeah, I think it might have been soft zone, but that was Kente on the coverage, and I don't know. He was right there on it, but that was an even better throw by the quarterback. I'll give him that. Yeah, that was on a rope.
So we saw them trying to go after him. They went after Nichols, and they caused passing interference. Next play, passing play, they go after him again, and then they get the touchdown. Do you think anything's going through the mind of him, or do you think they're going to have to switch some stuff up, maybe change some coverages up, or what do you think's going on?
I think he'll be all right. I just really think that was like a great ball by the quarterback. Could have been better guarded, but not much. If I'm being honest, that was pretty tight coverage. Props to them because I was doubting their passing game, and they went ahead and had some good big plays back on that drive. So.
All right. Well, we've seen 3 pooch kicks here by the Falcons. Let's see if we get another one. Each time they fake the onside, and each time they don't. Right there, another pooch punt. It's just a fair catch right there. Bobcats are going to start. Great field position at the 39-yard line. I don't really know if how that's working out for them, but hey, whatever. I think they just want to get back on offense.
That's a weird way to utilize a kickoff.
Yeah.
I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to put it up as high as they can and see if they can't get the guys running down
and you avoid the return man too, which Kente is pretty fast. I'm pretty sure that's who they have back there. Him and Tyler Hill, who can make some people miss for sure. So.
Oh yeah, and they're making probably Kente angry back there playing on the defensive side, so they don't want to kick it to him. He might go ahead and take it back to the house. Either way, let's get it going. So Malachi Brown's going to take the snap and fake the reverse, and he's going to throw it in almost an interception right there. But either way, he didn't catch it. So 2nd and 10, no harm, no foul.
It looked like it was in the vicinity of Tyler Hill. This is we were talking about Malachi Brown. The dude has a gunslinger mentality.
Oh, definitely.
He's
got the Favre mentality.
Yeah, that is a true way to explain that, and hopefully he stays away from that INT column tonight.
Absolutely, yeah, that's crucial.
So Tripp's right, a whole lot of pressure, and he gets hit hard from the back and fumbles it. Right as Manny's talking about those turnovers, he fumbles it, but no, it's all right. We got an offensive lineman jump on top of it, so we appreciate that. That was Bruce Smith right there on the fumble recovery. But now it's 3rd and very, 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 very long for the Bobcats. They've known to dial up some tricks. They got 2 quarterbacks on the field right now. So guys, are we thinking something tricky is going to happen?
That'd be pretty cool to see right here, but I don't know about it. I think they might pull it out for later in an unexpected down.
Yeah, I think you kind of stay. I think you stay modest. I mean, you probably utilize the middle of the field if possible. Man, but what's needing to do something here?
Yeah.
So he's just going to go ahead and basically throw this guy away, as there's a lot of pressure back there, and the punt team's going to come out. Guys, you got the turnover, you took the lead, you gave up a score, and you want to just keep that train rolling where you can just keep on staying in the lead right here. The defense is going to have to show up in this next drive, because if not, the Falcons are going to have another lead.
Yeah, they definitely have to put a hold on Uribe. Dang, that's hard to say.
Uribe is, I mean, this guy's getting, I mean, I would like to see what he's averaging as far as yards per carry.
Yeah.
And the punter gets the punt snapped over his head. He kicks it, and he gets hit back there. What a punt, though, as this thing is rolling.
Hartsfield.
It's going to get all the way to the 28-yard line. It cleared the field. And he got hit while he kicked
what
it, too.
What a freaking kick, man.
Wow.
That's huge. Because I don't think anybody else could kick that like Hartsfield. Like, he absorbed the hit. And
he sent it, man. He gave it all the way.
If there's anything, Trammell, can we run that back?
Yeah.
That was a pretty impressive play. I mean, yeah, it sailed, it got past him, but man, he made do with what he had at that point.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and of course, this is a heck of a kid back there. I mean, he is solid as could be, so it probably hurts to hit him a little bit sometimes, but right here, it goes right over his head, and he doesn't panic, as most guys would have just took the sack back there and basically would have gave him a touchdown. He manages to get it off and gets hit as he does it. That thing lands at the 45 and goes dang near all the way to the 25.
That could be such a big play in this game, though.
Yeah,
that's
huge
a big time play
for the Bobcats.
Big time
Oh,
play.
man.
All right, we'll come back to the desk here as the Bobcats defense gets ready to go back on the field. If you're just now joining us, thank you. It's a tie ball game from Socorro ISD Stadium. All knotted up at 21. The Central Bobcats are facing off against the El Paso Eastlake Falcons. They've only lost, one game? Are they undefeated?
No, they're undefeated. They're
undefeated.
6-0.
Undefeated on the entire season. Now, I guess you can put an asterisk on that because they haven't faced anybody outside of El Paso because of COVID-19 and all the restrictions that El Paso has had on them. I mean, which is rightfully so. But what's interesting about this game is, this is the only matchup that's going into El Paso this entire playoff season.
Really?
Because the team that was going to play, that's set to play Abilene High, they're meeting at a neutral site in Fort Stockton tomorrow afternoon. And the other El Paso teams, they're going to be in Midland and Odessa tonight. So, it was kind of a big question because it's like, man, do you send them there? Or, because there was a lot of talk that these El Paso teams were going to meet in neutral sites with,
obviously we heard the rumors, or not rumors, but about the COVID down there too. Right. So it was questionable for sure.
So, all right. So here we go. We rejoin the coverage back at Socorro ISD Stadium.
Another tight set here and another handoff for Uribe, but this time it goes nowhere as the Bobcat defense is all there. They broke a few in the first quarter, but after that first quarter, this defensive line and this defensive front has really tried to stop Uribe from moving this football and trying to make the quarterback actually make those plays. So far, I'm not saying it hasn't worked, but it's been okay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So now we got doubles. We're going to send one out to the right, running backs to the right as well. It's just going to be a rollout, but there's tons of pressure back there. He's still rolling. He throws it, and that's going to be incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 from the Bobcats. What is that, 44-yard line?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. All right, so we're seeing Eastlake gain a little bit of momentum in here.
What is this, 3rd down?
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 9 right here. So big play for the Bobcats.
Definitely. Watch number 7.
Yeah.
He's lined up at receiver.
It's like, why not just give it, you know what's going to happen at that point.
Yeah, so last time they were in this spread out set right here, they scored a touchdown. What's going to happen right here? He throws it to the right side, and that's another interception.
Uh-oh.
And that's the same man as last time.
Ty Casey?
Ty Casey.
Oh, man.
Oski number 2.
That's right. Don't go at that man because he's going to make you pay as the defense is showing out for the Bobcats tonight. At least the secondary. A lot of questions coming into this week about the Bobcats secondary, but hey, they're showing up and they're proving them wrong.
Wow. Let's.
And that was another gimme right there too.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it was just right to him. It's like he's got a purple jersey at that point. I can't imagine that Eastlake will run that back in a replay. Trammell, did you dial this one back here?
I'm working. It's dialing back right now.
All right, so let's take one last look at this here. As Ty Casey, we describe him as the rough and tough guy that's usually getting in the backfield and roughing guys up. Here, he's actually,
So empty set, and he looked right at him the whole entire time. We watched him, and he just sat right there in the flats. And guess what? Interception. So this could be a potential touchdown for the Bobcats. They got the ball at their own 44-yard line.
You got to love the soft zone, and that's truly what Ty Casey's playing. He's playing a little bit of back. He's playing back just a touch. He's welcoming in the wide receiver to make a move in there. He's going to hang out, and there he goes. Yeah. So that'll do. The Bobcats now back on offense in Eastlake territory. So looking promising for the Cats as they look to take the lead in this game here.
All right, so with two receivers up to the top, we got two running backs in the backfield, one on each side. Malachi takes it, and he's going to actually keep it. Shook the cameraman, and just as he did the defense as well, as that's going to be a first down, and it's going to get it all the way to the 24-yard line.
Yep.
So that was a nice, probably 20-yard gain right there by Malachi. That read option worked so well, it shook the cameraman, and he followed the running back just like all the defense did.
Yeah, Jalen Lifesty, we already saw one touchdown run from him. Here targeting him, through the air. This guy, what can't Jalen Lifesty truly do at this point?
So Malachi Brown hands it off right up the middle. It's probably going to get a couple in there. Going to make it all the way to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 3. You can't complain about a 3-yard run any day.
Yeah, he's so slithery through the holes that the line creates him. It's great to see, man. Just slip through there and get an easy 3 yards every time. He's so quick.
Yeah, that small, quick body and those big boys down there, you can just find those easy holes and hopefully get lost.
Exactly.
So they got trips to the right, running back to the left.
Could throw a fade here to the left if they wanted to.
Do you think perhaps maybe this is a Tyler Hill or Weston Hill
yeah, whoever's at the left receiver. Yeah, Weston, I think, might have himself a...
Here it is, pass all the way. Singled up receiver, and he caught it. That's going to be a touchdown for the Bobcats. I mean, that's right there. We got Nostradamus over there.
It was open, man. That's a wide receiver.
I mean, why not?
Christian called it, and
you
that's
love to
it.
see
that's
that,
a touchdown.
I love those plays.
So that's going to be a Tyler Hill touchdown right there, and that's going to bring the lead. If they make this up to 28-21, Central back on top. And the line is getting scarier and scarier, guys.
You talk about athletic quarterbacks. Tyler Hill, man, that's going to be something to watch next year in the coming years for the Central Bobcats.
The heir apparent to Malachi Brown. Man, this guy's been a true threat to any team playing the Central Bobcats this entire season.
Whatever they put him at, he's going to be good at. I mean, he could play cornerback.
Yeah, he probably could. He probably could, yeah. All right, so the Bobcats have taken the lead once again. 28-21 in the second quarter of play from Socorro ISD Stadium in El Paso, Texas. We will come back to the desk. We'll take you back out there as we see the action, when we see the action pick up back in the second quarter of play. So, man, did you like that play?
Oh, I love that play. I was hoping they would do that. I was crossing my fingers hoping, and Tyler went up and got him, man. Props to him. That's crucial. I don't know how deep we are in the second quarter, but as we know, Central kicked it off first, so they get it at the halftime.
And that's kind of what they like to do.
Oh, yeah, they love to defer. Coach Davis loves that if he gets the opportunity. It's great.
Yeah. So the Bobcats, this is what we've seen lead changes all throughout this game. And this is another time that they've kind of taken the lead in this one, the second time that they've taken the lead in this game. 28-21. Trammell set the line at what, 58?
58. So it's 49 right now.
I mean, yikes! The over/under on the line there is getting pretty close.
Definitely.
This guy
to what Trammell was talking about there. So, mind you, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the scores from around the state of Texas. Oh, Trammell there. Trammell, if you can kind of get us hooked up.
Let's
on
get it
some of
going.
those real quick.
Deersky and Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas, bringing you the scores page tonight. Hey, look, there's us. And you can watch this video, a whole lot more videos, sports coverage, football briefs, all kinds of stuff. Great content, any sports content you need right here, San Angelo Live/scores, brought to you by Deersky and Deersky Realtors. Real estate professionals of Texas. Okay, let's get it. El Paso Eastlake, San Angelo Central. We just saw this score update. It is actually Central's up 28-21. All right, Arlington, Dallas,
Jesuit.
Okay. Arlington up in the first quarter, 7-6. That one's just getting going. McKinney Boyd up 10-7 against Louisville. That's first quarter score. South Lake Carroll against Haltom, 14-7. South Lake Carroll's winning that one. Lubbock Coronado's putting it up against El Paso Bel Air, 55-14. That's a second quarter score, and they're already up big. Abilene Wiley, they're losing 10-7 as the playoffs and them are getting rolled down. So 10-7 right there, first quarter. Denton Ryan, Dallas Adams, 21-0. Denton Ryan is winning that one first quarter. Mansfield Summit versus Abilene Cooper, 14-0 for Mansfield Summit as the Cooper, man, not doing well, but a lot of time to come back. South Grand Prairie versus Richardson Lake Highlands, tied at 7 first quarter. Allen, Plano West, 6-3. What a weird score for such a good ball clubs there.
Yeah.
Lake Travis versus Round Rock, they're tied at 0. Defensive battle over there. Second quarter right there. So next one, Weatherford, Hazlitt, Eaton. We know Hazlitt, Eaton, they're hungry because they Hazlitt, Eaton. So
yeah, winner of this,
7-7,
mind you, winner of this San Angelo Central game gets the winner of Weatherford, Hazlitt, Eaton. So we will definitely keep
What score was that,
Trammell?
7-7 first quarter.
All right, Trammell, give us 2 more scores and let's go back to. We'll come back to the desk to rejoin coverage out in El Paso.
All right, Midland Lee up big, 56-7 at halftime, and Lubbock Monterey, El Paso Del Valle tied 21 at halftime.
Del Valle there.
All these brought to you by Deersky and Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas, Eggemeyer's General Store, and Little Caesars Pizza.
All righty, as Trammell gets ready to go back to our live coverage there in El Paso, you can catch all the live scores on sanangelolive.com/scores. You can just catch it on our front page there. All right, so let's get ready to go back to Socorro ISD Stadium. The Bobcats back on defense. And, man, it is 28-21 with the good guys leading the way.
Heck yeah.
So there's some laundry on the field, but Olivas finds Matthew Jones for a first down. But we're going to see what this penalty is. It might be holding. We did see some people on the ground during that in the trenches down there. So we'll see what they're going to say.
Looks like they did find a hole in that soft zone, though.
So that's going to be a chop block against the Falcons. Like I said, saw some people on the ground there. So good call there by the refs, as they're going to get backed up all the way near their own end zone.
Man, so we're talking about momentum. In the last big series in which things kind of shifted in the Bobcats' favor was when they pinned Eastlake back in their own doorstep.
Yeah,
there, so.
And that was a good break for them to catch because, I mean, that was a 15-yard about catch, and they had found the soft spot in that zone. So
well, that's because that defensive line couldn't get that pressure because they chop blocking.
It wasn't going to look for that. It wasn't going to look good for that Central defense had they kept coming forward. So, yeah. So this is definitely huge for the Central defense. Eastlake, man, having to kind of dig themselves out of this drive here.
Yeah, they're pretty deep in their own territory here. So we'll see what they do. They might just hand it off, but it doesn't look like it. Pass all the way. The cameraman looked at Uribe the whole time, and he didn't catch it. That's going to be incomplete. So coach is happy over there because that looked a little scary, like it was going to get him to the sticks. But that's going to bring up fourth down in a punting situation for the Falcons. So Central's going to get the ball back. Guys, what do you think?
Man, I tell you, it's always something to worry about when the defender doesn't look back and he's looking at the wide receiver. He doesn't turn his head back because that's always tempting for the official to throw the flag.
And there's nothing the defender can do.
Yeah.
It's just he's in his way.
Exactly.
You almost have to put your hands behind your back or something just so that they don't call it. But
Central definitely caught a break there and is looking to catch a huge break here.
And they're going to start with a ball at the 40 at the 40-yard line if that's where he's going to mark it. Oh, going to give him at the 41, but still they're starting at the same spot they did last time, and it led to a touchdown. So let's see what happens for the Bobcats as their offense is pretty much playing flawless at this point.
Yeah, you got to love, I mean, this is a game of momentum, and we're seeing a lot of this kind of, play in the hand of the Central Bobcats tonight these key moments. And, they don't need a field goal. They need a touchdown here.
Yeah, definitely need a touchdown. I just love how cool, calm, and collected they are on this, just overall their offense the whole time, this whole game.
So he's going to send one of those running backs out to the back, and he's just going to find Seth Levesque for a little hitch route right there. And going to get all the way to about the 30, we'll give it the 37-yard line. So going to move the ball just a little bit there and bring up second down.
All right, so not too bad. I mean, it's a nice little route that kind of it's generous enough to kind of make it second down and manageable, and perhaps to set up a nice third down for the Bobcats.
That's a solid first down play.
Yeah, you can definitely set a shot right here. We'll see what happens.
Maybe a little trick play.
Looks like he's going to, and was trying to look deep, but he's just going to keep this one, not even going to risk it, because that's what Malachi does right there, and going to get halfway to the sticks. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Got to get to the 30-yard line for the first down. So,
well, not too bad from Malachi, and what's great about that is he didn't force it into a window that didn't need to be fit into,
Yeah, especially you don't want to turn the ball over right now. This is probably the worst time to. So
right.
For him to hold it and keep it and get what he can, that's a very mature move.
And when he tucked it, he didn't do that like little quarterback tuck. No, he tucked that thing and he had it gripped in there, so he wasn't going to let that one get ripped out from him.
He was on a mission, yes.
So 2 running backs back there. We got doubles on one side. We'll see what happens here. They've been liking to go to this. They look like they're sending a blitz. And just a play-action fake right there. And, just out of his hands. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So what do you do, guys? Do you punt it and get them back in their own end zone? You already got the lead.
I mean, it brings up 4th and 5. I think you still go for it.
I think you go for it as well.
You're on the road. You're in the playoffs here. I mean, why not?
Yeah, 2 scores can be a very big deal, and we don't know how much time's really left, but I'm sure we're getting close to that time where we need to get the double dip points of the half.
It's almost like in the basketball, the 2-for-1. You're winding down the clock here. I mean, you got to get these points, and it looks like the Bobcats are going to take a timeout. So we will come back to the studio. We will rejoin coverage from Socorro ISD Stadium when the action resumes. It looks like the Central cheerleaders made it out. No fans, of course, allowed into the stadium.
Are the bands there?
It doesn't look like any band or anything is there.
They got a bye week.
Yeah, they got a bye week.
Yeah, this is a mandate pretty much by the El Paso, the health district down there, out in way West Texas. So it's surprising enough that we saw Central actually go out there this week. When we saw a lot of talk of neutral site games that perhaps being played in Fort Stockton or somewhere else other than El Paso.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what shakes out of this game. And of course, the winner of this game will get either Eaton or Weatherford in the area round of the Class 6A Division II playoffs. All right, so let's rejoin coverage from Socorro ISD Stadium. The Cats come back from the timeout, and I love the methodical play, what's going on with this Bobcats offense.
Yeah, they tried to make them jump on that play, but didn't work, but that's okay. Now they want to run the play, and this is just Malachi Brown and what he does. Coach Davis probably said, hey, just sit there for a second and then just do your thing, and that's what he does. He gets 5 yards more than he needed, and that's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 12-yard line, 13-yard line.
Man, huge. I mean, for a defense that's going up against Central, you just got to anticipate what's going to happen, what's going to go down with Malachi Brown.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on his name. You got to send a QB spy or something, man.
Put some respect on his name. That's exactly right.
Yeah, when you play defense against the Bobcats, that middle linebacker now turns into one-on-one with Malachi. You got to remove him, and you just got to do it. You got to bite that bullet to save the day. So right there, just a little, what is that? A
flip.
Jet sweep right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's solid as well. It's
Got
6,
to the
7.
outside, got 6 or 7. Now they're moving. I was wrong a while ago. Now they're at the 18-yard line. They were at the 23. So it's going to be about 5 yards. They're going to have to get to the 13-yard line. So going to need about 5 on this one. Either way, this brings up 2nd down for the Bobcats. We got trips out to the left, running back to the right. Malachi Brown is assessing everything. Tries to get him to jump. Nothing happens.
I think the middle is open here if they'll. Maybe hit Seth over the middle. Seth Levesque.
All right,
I don't know,
so Gabaldon saying
I'm
Seth
calling the
Levesque.
shots, maybe. I don't know.
So instead, they're going to run a little screenplay here, and it's going to get more than enough.
They
It's going to
love those
get all the
screens.
way to the 8-yard line, and they're knocking on that doorstep now as it is 1st and goal for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's quality screen by Weston just to catch and go upfield, and bring them within the 10.
It doesn't look like the Bobcats are in any hurry to get
No.
to get into the end zone, and you like the patience of Kevin Crane, the offensive coordinator, who just pretty much dials up these plays. And the Bobcats, I mean, they're just they're getting good quality yards out of each play. So
absolutely.
you have to appreciate that.
So here's a hand up right up the gut, and almost a touchdown. Is it going to get to the 1-yard line? As they got a little chippy at the end of that one, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter because we're here. We're at the 1-yard line. Let's see what happens.
Knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door. So coach is calling in the play.
All right. So do we anticipate here a run? I think you got to eliminate the pass.
Yeah,
here.
no, it's
We've
definitely.
seen some crazy things happen with the pass play.
Yeah, I'm
from the
probably
Bobcats
getting
this
in
season.
that double running back set, but they're going to actually move him out to the flex right here. They're just going to hand it off and go right up the gut with this guy, or keep it with Malachi.
I wouldn't keep it with Malachi, boys. He's been fumbling in there.
There we go. That's fine. That's a touchdown right there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, there we go.
Right
Yeah.
up the gut.
That's his second, right?
Let's go. Let's check it out. We'll run it right back. Well, sorry, guys.
Big touchdown there for the Bobcats.
Shouts out to the
Yeah.
big boys. Big boys open that
That's
up.
number 2 for him. As Samuel Navarrete is going to get in there for the touchdown, and the Bobcats now lead by 2 scores. That is 35-0.
35-21.
Or 35-21. I'm sorry.
Man, I wish,
21.
Trammell.
Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a little hesitant here with my over/under. I'm trying to make it work.
All right. So
35-21.
Okay, so we are now seeing the Bobcats take a 2-touchdown lead. Is this a replay here, Trey?
Yeah, this is replay.
Okay,
Same
so
thing.
We'll take a look at this one last time.
A little Sam Navarrete.
Yep. Never gets old as we see the Bobcats take a 2-possession lead. I'm assuming we're late into the second quarter of play from Socorro ISD Stadium. So, man, this is good stuff. If you're a Bobcat fan watching from wherever you are, from whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, wherever it may be, thank you first and foremost. Thank you for joining us. And sick 'em cats here because the Bobcats are looking good right now. So that makes it 35-21. San Angelo Central leading El Paso Eastlake from Socorro ISD Stadium. So as we will come back to the desk before to take a quick break, we will rejoin coverage here in just a few moments. We'd like to remind you that Hour 2 of coverage of Live Cover 1 here on SanAngeloLive.com is presented by W&W AFCO Steel. If there's a sports arena in America, these guys have pretty much put it all together. So good stuff there. The Bobcats leading 35-21. We will rejoin coverage here in just a few moments. But Christian, let me ask you about that touchdown or that drive. What did you like most about that touchdown drive there?
Really, the main thing I think was how much time they took off the clock because they ran it quite a lot through those quick screens, which are basically runs for them.
Right.
And I think it's big how much time it took off the clock because I don't know how much time they have. Obviously, there's not a timer or a clock. So, this Malwood team has to come out passing. They haven't done great passing. And then we get the ball back. Central gets the ball back second half. So,
yeah.
I think it was a perfectly executed
drive.
drive.
And like we talked earlier, it's the equivalent of the basketball 2-for-1,
Exactly.
Beating the shot clock there and still getting points off of it. So, to carry a lead like this, one touchdown would have been good, but
you said, you need
you take
two touchdowns, might as well, man.
Yeah, so we will rejoin coverage at Socorro ISD Stadium as the Bobcats are getting ready to kick this one off.
So this is the second kickoff. They got a flag on the first one, so they had to move back a little bit, and They didn't really catch it, so actually the flag's not going to matter. They're getting backed up, and they're going to say probably around to the 18, 17, 19-yard line here.
Are we saying this is a fumble, or are they counting him? Are they saying he's
I think
down?
they said he's down.
I think that's I think that he's going to be down about the 18-yard line.
He got completely body slammed right
Yeah,
there.
he did. I mean, that was like a suplex.
A suplex,
there. I mean,
yeah.
And remember, they started 10 yards back than they normally would on a kickoff. So, yeah, we can go ahead and check this out again.
Yeah, the suplex there, courtesy of Captain Insano. Man, that's a pretty good way to go down the field and get you one there.
So he didn't catch it. That was the number one problem. And then here's his number two problem. Oh, a little body slam. And the ground causes the fumble. But nonetheless, Bobcats are just in great position on defense.
Yeah, showing their dominance right there with the suplex.
It was very similar to that, wasn't it, Christian?
Yes, for sure.
All right, so the Bobcats defense, they've been pretty clutch for the most part tonight. And here we are, Eastlake's offense. They are undefeated on the season. Their quarterback has only thrown one interception tonight. He's only thrown one interception on the entire season.
Crazy.
Tonight he's thrown two. Let's just put that in perspective there.
So right here, it's going to be a run to the right, and it's not going to go anywhere either. It's going to bring up third down.
Kyson
Can they go 3 and out right here for the Bobcats?
Man.
Yeah, 2
what a
3
tackle
and outs
by
in a row
Kyson.
would be huge for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Kyson coming in from the safety spot or the cornerback spot. I mean, anytime you start talking guys in the secondary that are coming up and making tackles like that, that's always something to see.
Yeah, that's clinic material on that tackle. Just wrap up and charge down. I guess.
Yubbers. All right, so a 3rd and long. What do you say, Trammell?
3rd and long. We'll see what happens. Handoff right here to Uribe, and he's going to go he's going to get close to that marker. Let's see where they spot him. They're going to spot him at the 27-yard line. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It looks like we got a fist. It's going to bring up 4th down. So right now it's late in the second quarter. What do you do? Are they going to? It looks like they're going to keep them on the field because it's 4th and short. So you got to kind of keep yourself in the game.
You have to. And when you have Uribe in the back like that, with how he's been running, I mean, I think he can definitely get you those 2 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's the guy's a bowling ball in pads.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do right here. They're going under center, which we haven't seen them do yet, and we got a false start.
Oh.
Man.
That changes things.
Yeah, it does.
The old Central jumping. We can watch this over, but if you watch, it's Central right here. They
shifted their
D-line.
D-line.
Shifted the D-line, and that spooked them. So the shift in the D-line, and that's all it took.
Ooh, a little D-baby.
Yeah, that's the man right there.
Number 99 has been huge tonight. I mean, he's already huge enough, but man, playing big is an understatement of what he's been about tonight. So this is what makes it. So that was
4th and about 2. It's going to
Okay.
be 4th and about 7 now. They might bring out the punt team. Yeah, looks like they brought out the punt team. So could this be another opportunity where Central can go down here and score before the half? Man. Talk about a triple dip.
We haven't seen this since Odessa High.
Yeah.
I mean, we really haven't seen the Bobcats kind of just express themselves in this dominant fashion.
And this ball's going to roll backwards.
Oh,
they're going to get it at the 31-yard line. Maybe that's why they just pooch kick it every time. No one can kick it in El Paso.
Okay, so, I mean, we talked about a 2-for-1 in the last drive. Could we be talking a 3-for-1?
We could. I mean, I know Coach Crane's got plays just for this, so and I'm sure he's loving to pull it out.
Oh, man. So he's probably on, wherever it is on the play sheet there, and he's like, okay, all right. He's licking his chops. He's ready to see what's going on there. Man, the Bobcats are certainly in great position to get another score. And wow. All right. So we will, let's see. Are they back on the field? Yes,
yeah,
they are.
we're already
All right.
ready to go, man. This Bobcat team is moving the ball, rolling. Trips to the left, running back to the right. Let's see what happens. Malachi Brown takes the snap and steps up in the pocket, finds a guy deep, and just overthrows him by a hair, as that's going to be incomplete. But, man, what a shot on first down. Shows the confidence for this team.
Yeah, was that another Tyler Hill
I
attempt?
think that was
Weston Hill.
Oh, that was Weston.
That was 10. Yeah, that was Weston.
Okay, so, man, this is, But for Malachi Brown to really step up in the pocket like that, that's a tough throw regardless.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I mean, unless you're a Matthew Stafford, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a tough throw to make.
So right here we got doubles on each side this time, running back to the right. Malachi just all the way. This is what he wants. He just wants to throw it right now. Oh, right in his hands, and that's incomplete for Tyler Hill. We said his name, and we called his number.
No more Tyler Hill.
Come on, Tyler Hill.
We got to get him some. We got to get him back in the good graces there.
Get him some stickum.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Remember, it's really late here in the second quarter, so most of these are just shots down the field, and both of them have been really close. So can this 3rd down make it happen? So the Bobcats are lining up here. Malachi Brown's going to take the snap, and just the same, pass all the way. But this time the blitz is going to come in. The blitz is going to get him. They knew what he was going to do the whole time. It's going to bring up 4th in quite a while. Give me about 4th and 15. Guys, do you still go for it here?
Well, I mean, that puts them at, what, the 40, 35
They're
yard
at the
line?
35-yard line. We're going to take a timeout, so
they might
it
kick
looks
it.
like they're going to go ahead and try it.
I think you probably go for it. I mean, even if you, because you still have an opportunity to at least get the first down,
That's true,
if anything.
Especially with Mal back there, too.
Yeah.
And if you throw it and you catch it and you're short of the sticks, you know what? That's just as good as a punt.
Or even if he throws, an interception, it's basically a punt.
Yeah.
All right, we will come back to the desk here. We will wait to the Bobcats to return the field as Malachi Brown and the Bobcats offense faces 4th and 15? Sound about right?
4th and a school bus.
15.
About 4th and 15. So this is they're on the Eastlake 35-yard line more or less. So they're kind of playing with house money on this 4th down. Not your traditional 4th down where you would punt it. But, this is something where they can still operate, or at least, if you still complete it and don't get the first down,
you're still straight.
It still kind of serves its purpose.
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
All right, so let's rejoin coverage from Socorro ISD Stadium. The Central Bobcats leading El Paso Eastlake 35-21. And here facing 4th and 15.
So we know it's getting really late in the second because during the timeout, the officials were telling them to put some more time on the clock. So we'll see what happens here for the Bobcats. And the blitz is coming. He's running. He's going to pitch it out. And it looks like it's just going to be an incomplete ball. And the Falcons are going to get the ball. But, hey, they're only at 34, 35-yard line. So no harm, no foul. You took advantage of a punt. You made them punt, and then you took it. You didn't really take advantage of it, but you took a lot of time off that clock, and you're going to get it at the start of the second half. So good job for the offense, at least taking some time off.
Yeah, Malachi Brown perhaps taking a page out of Albert Rodriguez.
I was going to say he's trying to pull a little flip.
Yeah. Earlier this season, we saw the Lakeview QB1 Albert Rodriguez do a little flip.
Yep.
Flip. Maybe that's I don't know if the folks get out there in our broadcast.
Game over. I got you, Manny. I got you.
Thank you, Trammell. You get it. So, so it is the Bobcats defense will come back to this one here. They're back on the field. Let's see what happens.
Looks like he threw it, and that might be a catch. They're still fighting for it.
It's a scrum. Usually the tie goes to the runner, and the runner the wide receiver.
And if so, that's going to bring it to their 35-yard line. That would be a huge field flip right there. Yep, that's going to be a catch for the Falcons as he comes down with it. So, well, let's see what they're saying. We got a lot of Bobcats running back to the line. Oh, that's going to end the halftime. Okay. 35-21, Bobcats are going into the half.
Wow. All righty, so with that said, we will take a quick break, and we will come back to the desk. We will dissect this one. We'll take a look around the state of Texas.
For over 70 years, W&W AFCO Steel has fabricated the steel to frame some of the most iconic structures nationwide. From Soldier Field in Chicago to Cal Field, home of the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies and College Station, what begins in San Angelo is impacting America.
All right, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Live Cover 1 here on SanAngeloLive.com. I'm Manny Diaz, joined by the one-time Bobcat himself, Christian Gabaldon.
I like it.
There. Yes. Heck, he was a phenomenal wide receiver for the Bobcats for the last 2 seasons. Tonight, for this season, he's been joining us here on the live desk. Hey, Tristan Franklin, thank you so much for joining us tonight. One of the Lakeview greats. Man, it was a pleasure watching you, to say the least. Well, the Bobcats, they're heading into the break up 35-21. This is good news for them. We haven't seen a whole lot of this in the last few weeks against Midland Lee and Odessa Permian. It's been
quite the opposite.
Well,
at the half, I will say at the half they either had a lead or it was about tie ball game. So
yeah, so for the Bobcats tonight, for them to kind of be on the up and up in this game is huge. So we've seen a lot of defense. The defense has kind of stepped up.
They really have,
a lot in this game.
From every aspect of the defense really has. Every position has been crucial and been really big in this big game. So you love to see it. I just hope that they don't get too big-headed going into the half, up 2 scores and getting the ball. They haven't felt this way in a while, and they haven't had. It's still a tough team. You can't say Eastlake's not. So there's a reason they're undefeated. So hopefully
they're undefeated, and their quarterback, and we touched on this during the actual game itself. Their quarterback has only 1 interception thrown this entire season. Tonight he's thrown 2, and both of those have come
from Ty Casey.
Ty Casey. So, and it's like the guy was just waiting for it, if anything, which was pretty impressive unto his own. So, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look around some of the big games around the state of Texas. And I tell you, there have been some good ones so far. 5A and 6A getting started on Thursday night under the Thursday night lights. Let's head out to Killeen. Killeen Shoemaker, the team that the Bobcats kicked off the season against. Man, they had a tough one last night against DeSoto. Let's take a look at that one. All right, so Class 6A Division I playoffs. DeSoto, Killeen Shoemaker. First quarter opening drive for the Eagles. Samari Carter to Jared Brandley for the 20-yard pitch and catch. 7-0 Eagles. Ensuing Shoemaker drive. Well, here we go. The Grey Wolves getting a bind. The DeSoto defense forcing the safety, and it's 9-0 DeSoto just like that. Well, but Shoemaker would come back with a big play. Yeah, these guys, they're like a track team in pads as they hit the sideline, but unfortunately, nothing doing in the drive. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening frame, Samari Collier to Jonte Cook the second, 26-yard touchdown.
That was a snag.
Collier finished with 212 yards passing and 6 touchdowns as DeSoto outs Killeen Shoemaker 57.
You said 6 touchdowns?
To 32. Yes, that
that
is not a typo. That kid was just money all night long. So yeah, so big game from Killeen last night, pretty much in favor of the DeSoto Eagles. Killeen, that's a weird district. It's the District of Doom that it's referenced to as around the state of Texas, because that's with Duncanville, with Cedar Hill, and then you have DeSoto. I mean, those are 3.
Yeah,
I mean, those teams could be like district runners in almost any district in the state of Texas.
No doubt, yeah.
And arguably probably ranked in the top 10 or at least in the top 20 at any given point.
Definitely. So, it's just like Killeen, I'm pretty sure they were undefeated this year or maybe lost one. I'm not sure.
At one point, yes.
But for him to throw 6 touchdowns and against that team, how quick they are and, man, how tough the team they are.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That was
DeSoto's. They're solid.
That was pretty solid there. All right, so, hey, how about another big game that was last night? Shiner and it was this Shiner team, number 1 team in Texas in Class 2A Division I, and these guys are just killing it. They took on Timpson last night in Porter, and we saw DeSoto. You look at this Shiner team, these guys look like they can suit up on a DeSoto Duncanville team. I mean, just size, speed, you name it, they got it. Let's take a crack.
That's probably why they're number 1.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so there we are. Class 2A Division I semifinal in Porter. Shiner v. Timpson. Opening drive for the kids from Shiner. When Big Doug Brooks gets the rock, look out. Brooks making a 15-yard house call, 2-point try.
Baby D and Pad.
Comanches up 8-0. Next Shiner drive. Brooks ain't the only guy that can ball. Check out Trevor Haynes. Living fast, Ricky Bobby shake and bake, giving Shiner the 14-0 lead. Second quarter, under 8 to go. The Comanches back at it. This time it's Dalton. My game is real, not clout. Brooks in for the 23-yard touchdown, 21-0 Shiner. Under 3 to go in the half. We've seen the ground attack. How about the passing game? Tyler Palmer to Zane Rhodes for the 35-yard touchdown. All Shiner on Thursday night as they take down Timpson 49-7. They will get the Post Antelopes, the kids, the Bold Gold from the South Plains. Next week we will see what's going on with those Post Antelopes here in just a bit. But man, what a game. I tell you, those Shiner kids,
Yeah, they
fast
can ball.
as can be, to say the least.
Yeah,
All right.
but watch out for those boys from West Texas now.
I know Post is one of the only ones representing Sterling City, the other team that we'll take a look at them here coming up. But as we get prepared to visit with our resident Bobcat connoisseur, Ryan Chadwick, but we're getting him ready for this one here, folks. But before that, let's take one look at the big game from last night. And I tell you, we talked about momentum in the Central Bobcat game. There was truly a momentum shift in this Post v. Crawford in the Class 2A Division I game, state semifinal game in Brownwood. And man, what a game it was, because Post flexed as all get up, and they showed why that they are a favorite to win a state championship this season.
We're going to celebrate this one, just not for long. The words of the Post head coach Michael Pittman as his Bold Gold Antelopes are headed back to Jerry World thanks to a 28-14 win over Crawford as they advance to the Class 2A Division I state championship game. Well, hello and welcome to the historic Gordonwood Stadium here in Brownwood, Texas. I'm Manny Diaz. Yeah, this historic site certainly means something to the Post fan base. In 2019, they saw their Antelopes advance to the state championship game from this very stadium in the state semifinals. But tonight, if you're looking for a theme, it was all about how the momentum shifted in just like that. In the second quarter, it was all about a big play and how Michael Pittman, the Bold Gold head coach, had to trust his QB1, perhaps had to do something with thoughts from his mama, or how he just had to rely on his athletic ability, perhaps a little bit of both. But first things first, let's get to those highlights. Gotta love the fan turnout from the folks from Post, making the 200-mile trek from the South Plains to Brownwood. For San Angelo Live in Cover 1, I'm Manny Diaz. One of the baddest cats in Texas, senior running back Ashton Jefferson and the Bold Gold Post Antelopes looking to get back to Jerry World for the second straight season, taking on Crawford under the Thursday night lights in Brownwood. Pick it up in the second quarter, Antelopes up 7-0 and on the move. The next three plays were money, beginning with the connection from Sladen Pittman to Nathan McDaniel. Here good for the 25-yard gain. Not done with this duo yet. Next play, check out the QB1 getting loose. Sladen Pittman looks to be on his way to the end zone, but the last defensive effort brings him down inside the 5. Very next play, they give it to Ashton Jefferson for the 2-yard touchdown to make it 13-0 Bold Gold. Next Crawford drive, here come the Pirates. When you're one game away from the title, you're going to see some playmakers. How about this grab from Trey Doby on 2nd and long? What a catch! First down, Pirates. 2 plays later, Tanner Miranda to the sophomore Luke Torbert, and Crawford is back in it to make it a one-possession game, 13-7 Post. About $1:30 left in the half, the Lopes facing 3rd and 22 and up a touchdown. Gotta wonder what went into this play call. The QB1, Sladen Pittman, looking deep to Nathan McDaniel, and 77 yards later, it's a Bold Gold touchdown. We'll hear some words about this gutsy call coming up. The score in the 2-point conversion would make it 21-7 Post at the break. Third quarter now, Pirates controlling the clock, but on 2nd and goal, the Post defense scores a break, getting to Tanner Miranda. Intentional grounding called on the QB1. Loss of downs, bringing up 4th down. But Crawford didn't come this far to come this far. On 4th and 16, Miranda puts it up for number 3, and he's got it for a Pirate touchdown, capping off an almost 9-minute drive to make it 21-14 Post. Fourth quarter, Crawford on the move again, deep in Antelope territory, but the kids from Post putting that tip drill to work. Nathan McDaniel coming down with the INT. Oski giving the rock back to the Lopes. Ensuing Post drive. Remember that Ashton Jefferson cat? Well, not the Crawford defense on this play as 3-2 gets loose, and look at him go. but it's Luke Torbert that makes the shoestring tackle to keep Jefferson out of the end zone. A few plays later, it's a QB1 Sladen Pittman who says no worries, carries the mail for the 1-yard touchdown. The sideline absolutely losing its mind, including Oscar the Antelope himself, as the kids from Post take down Crawford 28-14 and are headed back to the title game. They'll get Shiner next Thursday afternoon at Jerry World. After this one was all said and done, the Lopes talked about getting back to Arlington and the play in the second quarter that created the separation, leading to another huge Bold Gold win.
It was a tough battle. You know, Crawford has a good team. You know, we got a pretty good team. It was just kind of an old-fashioned football game, looked like to me. You know, nowadays you get a lot of games where, you know, not a whole lot of defense is played, but you know, I definitely think both teams played defense tonight, and it's just a slugfest.
Yeah, we know we can celebrate tonight, but tomorrow we got to go back to work and prepare for the state title. We want to go win it all.
We were kind of against the wall. We'd kind of stalled a little bit, and you know, we actually, I believe we called timeout, and it was coming out of timeout, and you know, Sladen, him and Nathan. You know, I'd sent a different play in, and they actually helped me call that one. You know, they suggested that one, and, you know, luckily we ran it and executed and were able to score.
The time was running out, and I just asked my dad if I could take a shot, and he let me do it. So I threw one up for Nathan, and he went and got it and scored it. So it was just great. It was a great play.
Is that something y'all done before? Yeah, you guys practice that quite a bit?
Oh, yeah, we've been practicing that since we were pre-Kers.
Yeah, you know, I got to trust Sladen a little bit because his mom might get mad at me if I don't listen to him or treat him badly. Last year, like I said, we were fortunate enough to get there again, and the fact is at this stadium, and when we after the game, man, it was like a big party. You know, the kids, even myself, our coaches, you know, it's just a party atmosphere, and tonight, you know, kids seemed a lot more businesslike. You know, we talk about that grind. You know, this time of year is a grind. You know, they've been at it a long time. Coaches have been at it a long time. We've been around each other a lot. You know, we just got to focus in and keep grinding.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast here, joined by our resident Bobcat connoisseur, Ryan Chadwick. We're standing for this one here because we're just so darn excited about what's going on in the first half. Chadwick, thoughts from the first half of play?
It's a offensive showdown right now, Manny, and the Bobcats are doing exactly what they came out there to do. The offense is humming on all cylinders. We knew that Eastlake's offense was going to be explosive. They're basically a clone of the Bobcats at this point, offensively anyway. And the defense is stepping up and making plays when they need to. The two interceptions by Ty Casey are huge right now. They literally are the difference in the game. So if the Bobcats can just play a turnover-free second half, they're not losing this game.
Yeah. Well, we've seen, you know, this Uribe kid from Eastlake just kind of take control when he gets the football in his hands. This running back, known for just getting 4, 5, perhaps 6 yards a carry. Do you think the Bobcats defense has an answer for this guy down the stretch?
It's going to come down to how much rest that the defensive front's going to get. If the offense can keep producing these sustained drives, like none of the drives that they scored have been like 1 minute, 2 minute drives.
Right.
They've all been, you know, minimum of 4 minutes long. That's keeping the defense fresh. That's keeping guys' heads in the game. Because the problem with Midland Lee and Odessa Permian both was, like, by the second half, the defense was gassed.
Right.
Right? So, like, I think they'll be able to slow them down enough as long as the offense keeps doing it.
You gotta get Baby D some rest, man. Big old
Right?
99. You gotta.
Seriously.
Yeah, you can't just leave him out there for that
But
long.
that's not to say that the defense isn't doing what they need to do anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, they've given up some good plays, but that's kind of been the Bobcats, you know. malady all year.
Yeah. It's like a Big 12 showdown.
Right.
I love games like this though. They're so fun to watch, and
The two
especially
teams-
especially when Mal's throwing touchdowns like this, and the way he's throwing, and the way they're balancing the run and the pass. I think it's great, man. I love it.
And one thing that's I guess that's worth saying, worth noting, Malachi Brown. I mean, let's knock on some wood here. We haven't seen a turnover, and he's not. And when we touched on it in the broadcast, he's not threading the needle. He's not forcing it into spots that he doesn't need to put it into, and sometimes he's just tucking it and with being a man on a mission running the football. I guess to see Malachi make some good decisions tonight, how impressed are you with him, and certainly as we get into the second half?
It seems to me like Malachi is trusting the offensive line a little bit more. In games past, he will try to make something happen, try to be the hero because they're down. Like, you know what I mean? So as long as he keeps, just playing his game at this point, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Like, he's making the right reads. Some of his throws are just off his receiver's fingertips.
Right.
Like, he's had a couple that are like right there. So, but like, he's only putting in spots where the receivers can get it, and that's what we need.
There we go. All right. As we get ready to talk about some of the big scores around the state of Texas, we'll ask you one last thing. What do the Bobcats need to truly lock this one up and leave El Paso with the dub tonight?
The Bobcats need to score in the first possession of the second half. If they can do that, they'll be up by 3 scores. The defense won't have as much pressure put on them, and if they can shut down, 1 or 2 drives throughout the second half, then I think the Bobcats have this one in the bag.
And I think really sustaining the drives, like you said, just make it long drives, and I think they'll be solid with a 3-score lead and just pounding the rock as much as you can. I mean, put Hartsfield back there, and just let him bulldoze, and I think they'll be solid for sure.
Because that's important to note too. Navarrete has proved that he can move the ball as well.
Definitely.
So Life SD, Navarrete, and Malachi Brown.
Absolutely.
Pound the rock.
One last thing. How impressive was it to see Ashton Hartsfield get that punt off? And
That was crazy.
The dude boomed it down the field.
Man.
It went over his head.
That was
and he
such
boomed
an
it
Ashton
still.
Hartsfield play, too.
Right? Hey, that's one of those. Yeah, hey, college coaches, check out my reel
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, most definitely. Matt Trammell, do you have some scores that you can?
I've got tons of scores, Manny.
Alrighty. Well, this is Ryan Chadwick, our resident Bobcat connoisseur. He will. You can catch his write-up following this big ball game on SanAngeloLive.com. We're not done with them yet. We're going to bring them back when this one is all said and done. Hopefully, when we're done with this one tonight, when we bring Chadwick back, we're talking an Angry Orange win right now, leading 35-21 at Socorro ISD Stadium, taking on El Paso Eastlake. Matt Trammell, take us away with these scores, my man.
All right, so remember, these scores brought to you by Deersky Realtors, the real estate professionals of Texas. These are the San Angelo Live Flash scores of the Texas high school playoffs right now. El Paso Bel Air versus Lubbock Coronado. Lubbock Coronado's up big, 61-14 in the third quarter. So El Paso team, that's another El Paso team biting the dust. All right, Weatherford, Halston Eaton, halftime 7-7. Remember, this team will play Central as long as they can keep that lead going. Lake Travis versus Round Rock tied at 14 apiece. Plano West versus Allen at halftime. Remember, this score was 9-6. Now it's 20-6. Allen's putting up some points now. Richardson Lake Highlands is leading by 1 point against South Grand Prairie, 14-13 in the second quarter. Odessa Permian, hey, they're up. That's another little Southwest Conference team that's winning against an El Paso team, 14-7. Mojo is leading that one. Halton versus South Lake Carroll. South Lake Carroll's been on a roll all year long, and they're continuing tonight with a 35-7 lead in the second quarter. Louisville versus McKinney Boyd, 27-10. Louisville is leading in the second quarter. Mansfield Summit versus Abilene Cooper, 28-7, as Mansfield Summit is leading that game. Denton Ryan, they're up big, 42-0 against Dallas Adams in the second quarter. Dallas Justice versus Arlington. Dallas, did I say that right? Jesuit, 18. Arlington, 14, second quarter. Abilene Wiley, they came back, 21-17. They're winning this one in the second quarter. And we're going to keep it going. Argyle up big, 21-0 against Canyon in the first quarter. Austin LBJ versus Lindale, 6-0, second quarter. Gilmer versus Graham. Gilmer 14, Graham 7. That's second quarter. Carthage versus Wimberley. Wimberley's down 7-0, but there's still a lot of time left. Austin Westlake versus Round Rock Cedar Ridge. Westlake's up 10-0 in that one. San Antonio Reagan versus Smithson Valley. Smithson Valley is down right now 7-3 first quarter. Byron Nelson's up 7-3 against North Crowley second quarter. El Paso Del Valle versus Lubbock Monterey. Lubbock Monterey is losing this one in the third quarter right now, 35-24. Midland Lee's up big right now, 59-14. That one's already in the fourth quarter as they're wrapping up their win there. Central Eastlake. That's right. The Bobcats are up 35-21, and they're about ready to kick off the second half. So back to you guys until they do. This has all been brought to you by the Deersky & Deersky Realtor Professionals of Texas. San Angelo Live scores page, San Angelo Live /scores. Go check it out.
All right. Thank you, Matt Trammell. Man, keeping us updated on everything Texas high school football. We will rejoin the broadcast here from Socorro ISD Stadium here momentarily as Matt Trammell gets us ready for that one there. Right now, your Bobcats leading El Paso Eastlake 35-21 in a big game. This is the Class 1A or Class 6A Division II by-district round. Let's get ready for that one there. And the Bobcats, they deferred to the second half, so they will have the football here to open the second half of play. And Chadwick said the Bobcats got to get on the board in this drive here.
Yeah, and I completely agree with him. That's going to be big if they can.
So right here, second play of the second half right here, trips to the left, running back to the right. Malachi Brown's going to take the snap and just get a little screen pass out here. He's going to maybe get to the first down marker. Nope, just 1 yard short, as it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats here.
Yeah, this is it's a big drive for them because I think it kind of sets the tone for the second half. I mean, Uribe, the Eastlake running back, man, that guy's just been doing so much. He did so much in the first half.
Yeah, definitely.
4, 5, 6 yards a carry. You got to get some momentum. It's almost like you find the biggest guy in the room and you got to knock him out.
Yeah, definitely. I think you got to force him to throw the ball because of the Uribe kid who showing what he can do through the ground, and they're going to want to throw it so they can try and stay in this game.
All right, so we got doubles to the right. Or doubles on both sides, and Malachi Brown's just going to keep this one and go get the first down. They keep doing this. These quarterback draws trying to get those first downs over and over and over on those third down. And so far it's worked out for him, and so far this season that's pretty much been their MO. Give it to Malachi Brown, let him get the first down.
Yep, I mean, it's if it ain't broke, I mean, don't fix it.
Exactly.
And that just seems, for those short yardage opportunities for the Bobcats, it just makes sense for them to do that.
I mean, he's done it for 3 years now. He's going to keep doing it.
You got to know what's coming at this point.
Definitely.
So we're going to have a false start right here at the bottom. Looks like that's going to be on Tyler Hill right there. So it's going to actually set him back a little bit, but that was first down, so 1st and 15, but a lot of time to get those 15 yards back. So going to get them all the way back to where they were the play before. They're at the 39-yard line, and coach is calling in the play right now.
I think that was Seth Levesque on that false start.
Oh, it was 13?
Yeah, I think
that was 13 down here. Sorry, that was 12. So doubles on each side, running back to the right. The running back's going to go out in motion, and Malachi's going to hit a screen to the other side.
Ooh.
And that's going to go for quite a ways. That's going to be a first down, and he's got some more on it. Going to go out maybe about the 15-yard line, as that's a huge play for the Bobcats on just a screen play. So they sent the running back to the right side, fooled the defense, threw it back to the left side on the screen, and got 30, 40, 50 yards on it.
Yeah, just keep going there, Trammell. It looked. Gosh, the way that was kind of developing, there was so many Eastlake guys around that, but once Tyler Hill made the catch, it's like, okay, he got it. Let's do something now.
Yeah, he has some ball carrier vision on him, some BCV. And he took off with the yak as well.
So first down and 10, ball's on their 18-yard line. They got a little flex receiver out here and then doubles to the left. Malachi's looking, finds somebody, but just a little overthrown, but that's okay. Threw it into double coverage anyways, so that's going to bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, it's not like he had much to do with that. Even if he would have ran it, there's probably a guy that's going to meet him, 2 or 3 yards down the way there. So unless he's able to make a move.
Yeah, which he really can.
I mean,
Malachi making moves? What? Yeah, come on. So second down and 10 here. Ball's on the 18-yard line. It's on the Falcon 18-yard line, too. So Central is now in the red zone. They're going to have 2 running backs, 1 on each side of Malachi, and then they're going to have 2 receivers lined up to the right. Coach is going to take a second, and they're going to go ahead and change up some plays here. So Malachi Brown's going to take the snap and a throw to the right. He's wide open. He's got tons of room. He's going to go all the way down to about the 6-yard line. That looks like number 6 there. That's going to be Jalen Lifesty for the first down.
All right.
So Jalen Lifesty out here making plays, guys. We were worried he might have got hurt earlier, but hey, he's back balling.
The 2020 Tanner Dabbert.
Yep.
So first and goal here for the Bobcats, and they're going to have 2 receivers lined up on both sides and 1 running back there. It's going to be Samuel Navarrete, who we've seen score already 2 touchdowns, so maybe they're going to go to him. We'll see. Either way, it looks like Malachi Brown's going to take it himself. That's going to be a touchdown for the Bobcats as they continue this onslaught, as they're going to bring this lead to 42-21 when they get the extra point.
Man, oh man,
that's
love to see it.
I mean, that's a big play there, and that's, I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's expected, but it's anticipated just because of the short yardage situation.
Yep.
And Malachi, I mean,
They should have known it was coming, man. I guess not, though.
but
Kick
it's
is
tough
up,
to stop
and
him
kick
regardless.
is, that's going to make it 42-21, guys.
Alrighty.
58?
So well over
Yikes.
well over. the 58.
Well over 58.
Yeah, so if you joined in earlier and you tuned in with Trammell's over underline, yeah, maybe if you took the over, you're doing all right. If you took the under, maybe not. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll hear a word from our sponsor before we rejoin coverage from Socorro ISD Stadium.
We're the general store with a story to tell. From the local jellies and jams made right here in West Texas, to the gifts and collectibles for everyone, along with our handcrafted Polish pottery to accent your dinner table. So let your memories begin at Eggemeyer's General Store, located in downtown San Angelo.
All right, our live stream tonight, our highlights tonight, presented by Eggemeyer's General Store, the best darn little general store in San Angelo in West Texas. You're looking for the holiday gifts, perhaps that holiday ham. Hey, go see our friends over at Eggemeyer's General Store. Good stuff there, just waiting to happen. All right, the Bobcats kicking things off here following another successful drive that's put them up 42-21.
And we might have some trouble here. They've got a kickoff return. They're going to get it all the way to the 50-yard line. It looked like he was about to break the whole way. But either way, 50-yard line, the defense is coming back out. We've seen the defense make a lot of plays. Can we see the defense continue those big plays?
Yeah, I think we can. And I think Chadwick kind of put it best. You know, they've got to get the stop, and they've got to allow that offense to kind of be methodical. It's getting them allowing that defensive front to catch their breath, because you know when you're going toe to toe with a guy like Uribe,
definitely
that's rough, man.
It just keeps them comfortable with offense scoring right there, definitely.
So here we go. We got Uribe just offset a little bit behind him in the shotgun, and it's not a handoff. It's pass all the way, and quarterback's just going to get smoked back there by Big O number 32. That's going to be
Darius.
Yep. That's going to be Darius Floyd right there on the tackle, and maybe the sack. I don't know. He may have got back to the line. Either way, it's going to bring up second down for the Falcons.
And with Darius Floyd, we saw him line up running back to start the season for much of the season, and certainly with Navarrete kind of
carrying the workload,
being the workhorse in this offense. I mean, that does free him up. And I tell you, he was a phenomenal middle school player at Lee. So it's good to see him kind of tearing things up at the varsity level.
I would have hated to go against him at Lee. That kid is freaking huge.
The guy, I mean, he dwarfed every single player, on the field. I mean, right now, I mean, still, he's only, a sophomore. Yeah. I mean, he's still...
As a freshman, he practiced with us, and even none of us wanted to go against him in the hitting drills. I mean, it was like, gosh.
Yeah, he's like, just yesterday, the guy who played Debo on the movie Friday, he passed away due to COVID, and he was like, hey, me and Debo got $200. He's like, no, I got $200. That's what he reminds me of there.
So that's a pass right there to Uribe, and he catches it and gets a few yards there, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for the first down after that flag by the Falcons. So it looks like they got back to where they were after the flag. So this could possibly be third down here. So they're going to send a receiver out in motion. They got Uribe back there just on the offset on the shotgun back there. They're sending another one out to the left, and now they're just going to hand it to him and hope he swings out. He's going to reverse back and try to make a play. He finds a hole, and he's going to get a few yards. We got some people pointing for a first down. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he made more than something out of nothing right there. Uribe.
Man, we've been talking about this kid all night long. I know he plays for the other team, and I know we probably shouldn't give him as much props as we have tonight, but man, you know, you got to respect his game.
Yeah.
So that's going to be first down for the Falcons. 1st and 10 here. Man, Uribe, you're right. He's been trucking that thing. They're going to send another receiver out to the right. This one's a pass all the way, and he's running for his life again back there from that central D line. And this time he's going to throw one, and looks like he caught it. It's going to be at the 27-yard line, and another first down for the Falcons.
Yeah.
So what a catch right there. He's running for his life, but you got to like that pressure that D-line is putting on that Olivares tonight.
Yeah, and he's, you know, I don't think he's going to go quietly into the West Texas night. I mean,
no.
He's led an undefeated El Paso Eastlake team. He's only thrown one interception this entire season. Tonight he's kind of, you know, had some hard times, falling on hard times, throwing 2 picks tonight to Ty Casey. But this guy, he's leading this El Paso Eastlake team right now.
So here it is. He's going to throw it again and targets the same man and gets it again. So that's going to be at the 11, another first down. They continuously go after Kente Nichols. I don't know if they saw something on film or what. They continuously go after him. He's given up a touchdown. He's also given up a pass interference that was very clutch down the thing. Now here's 2 catches against him. Let's see. It looks like they're going to look at him again, but this time the D-line's going to get there.
There we go.
Oh, breaking tackles, but finally gets him down. You know who that is.
Baby D.
No, that's 32 right there. That's going to be
a little Darius
Floyd right there for his
D.
second
Floyd.
sack of the drive. second sack of the drive there for Darius Floyd. So he's out here making plays in the second half.
Yeah, he is.
But this Falcon team is quick to line up. So
He's got
they're
the
gonna go
club.
ahead.
Yeah,
and-
he's rocking the
going
club.
in.
Goodness gracious.
Man, I don't know what he did, but he's rocking the club. JPP style.
Running back to the right side, his quarterback takes a snap, and he's looking for a pass the whole way. Looks left. Now he's moving right, and just that D-line is there again, and another sack. Who is that? That's number 47. That's going to be Montavious Dobbins. What a play right there. 2 sacks in a row, and now you're looking at a third and really long on top of you're supposed to be getting a touchdown right here.
Monte, he likes to potty. Montavious Dobbins doing work there along with Darius Floyd from the previous play. Sick 'em cats right here. This defense is putting that hashtag to eat.
So here we go. We got an empty backfield right here. The trips is to the right. He's looking left the whole time, but what do you know? Another play by the D-line. They're out there pressuring him. He chunks it at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to go out of bounds off a good defensive play by the secondary as well. And just a total defensive dominance play right there. His quarterback's running for his life and then has nowhere to throw it. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Falcons.
All right, so, I mean, this is an obvious 4th down they have to go for. I don't think they attempt a field goal here. If they do...
Well, their punter only punted it 20 yards earlier, so and they only pooch kick. So I'm not sure if they have a field goal kicker on the
That
squad.
orange mark is so far for them. Oh
yeah,
my
for here
goodness.
it's about a touchdown if you're going to get it. So empty set again. This time the trips is to the left. Quarterback Olivas takes the snap. He's looking right and then just chunks it. And it doesn't look like, nope, that's a good play by the man they've been going after all night long. Kente Nichols right there on the deflection. They've been going after him. They tried him one more time. This time it didn't work.
I'll tell you what, man, you got to show some love to Kente Nichols here. Man, that offense is just trying to abuse him, you know, not putting any respect to his name as Christian Gabaldon would say. But man, huge defensive stop right there.
Yeah, he's had a couple pass interferences on him, so I mean, with that, that's the yards to gain, and I think that's the main reason they're targeting him.
So right here we got double running backs for Central as they take the ball with a 42-21 lead. Ball's here around the 30-yard line. This is just a handoff left, and it's going to get maybe 5 or 6 yards. I saw this kid play against Abilene Cooper in that scrimmage, and man, that kid Isaiah Dale is fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he gets that little bitty gap, he's going to hit it, and he could go all the way. So be looking for him to get a few handoffs as they have this big lead now.
I will say he was never that fast. I think Coach Holscher and his track squad made him faster because he'd always get hawked last year, and we'd make fun of him. But
Really?
yeah, he would. We'd clown on him pretty bad, but he unhooked the trailer, I guess.
There we go. So we got just a screen out to the right, and he's going to take it, probably get a first down. That's going to be Jaden Gibson right there. So a first down for the Bobcats, and they continue to drive. They're up big, so right now I'm guessing you just want to take some time off the clock, keep this ball moving, and maybe go up by, 5 scores. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean it's. I think they're going for the knockout punch, and I think this drive here could potentially be that knockout punch for the Bobcats.
So we have one running back. He's to the left of Malachi, and he's going to roll out left after the snap, and he throws it. Looks like that's going to be incomplete and bring up 2nd and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
Man, I sure would like to see him kind of just keep the ball in bounds, or make some plays to where they just keep that clock running. I mean, you're up by multiple possessions here. Let's just keep the game going.
Yeah, keep everybody safe, keep everybody healthy.
Yeah.
Keep this thing on the ground. So Malachi, he's got that running back to his right, and this is a pass all the way. Oh, just kidding. Just like Malachi Brown always does, that fake quarterback draw, and he's going to get way more than a first down, probably 15 yards on it, and he slides down, so that clock is ticking now.
Yep.
Way to slide.
You
never really see a slide from Malachi Brown. But
No, Malachi's the one to put it in your chest, but right there, smart decision by getting down on the ground.
Yeah, that's just the kind of guy he is. Put it in your chest.
So we got a first down and 10 here. Coach is calling it in, but, they're just kind of ticking this clock away. It looks like they're about the 35-yard line. We have one running back. He's to the left. That's Isaiah. We'll see what happens. He hands it to him and doesn't get much, maybe gets 2 or 3. But able to at least get some movement in that front line, and we've had a really good day from this offensive line. We haven't seen many blunders. Malachi has had time in the pocket, and also they've made some holes for these 4 or 5 different running backs that they use to find their way and get some holes and, get down the field.
Yeah, they've just kind of just been taking their time this entire game. And I think that's the biggest thing to appreciate about the Central offense and how they're just methodically moving the football. Something we really haven't seen too much this season because they've just been really quick strike.
So here's Malachi on the pass, and it looks like it's going to be complete. That's the number 12, Tyler Hill. So another first down for the Bobcats. They continue to just keep on moving, keep on rolling, and they haven't stopped since the first quarter. It doesn't look like they're going to even quit in the third or the fourth.
Man, you got, and I think you touched on this earlier, Trammell, the Bobcats' ability to find multiple receivers. Kevin Crane is targeting different guys, from Weston Hill to Tyler Hill to Seth Levesque to
Jalen
Life. The bell cow, this entire offense, next to Malachi Brown.
Yeah, and then didn't we see another guy just now catch the ball? What was his name?
What do we got here?
Incomplete on that one.
That was for Caden Box, another name.
Yep.
Yeah, he caught one earlier today.
And they had Gibson. I think that's who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Gibson. Yeah, he had that catch earlier, and we haven't really been talking about him much this year. So,
hey, big shout out to Tommy H. joining us on the broadcast right now, former Central Bobcats, class of 2017. Made that big run in 2016 when they made it all the way to the third round of the playoffs against Allen. It was the biggest game in Texas that weekend. But, yeah, shout out to Tommy H. for joining us this evening.
So here's just a quick pass to the running back outright. That's Isaiah Dale, and he makes the catch and maybe gets a few on it, and that's going to bring up third down.
Okay.
So get down here in the goal line, and things get a little trickier to get those little bitty yards. But Central's been able to score about every time they get down here. So let's see if they can just go ahead and do it again. Running back set up to the right. Got doubles on each side. Coach Crane calling in the call again and keeping him on the right side, running back. Malachi's going to take the snap, and he's going to roll out right and just keep this one all the way, and he's not sliding on this one. He put his head down, and he went and scored a touchdown. That's another Bobcat touchdown, and they continue to just pound this El Paso Falcon team. It is now 49-21 after this touchdown.
Man, oh man, you got to love a little Mal Brown sighting.
Yeah, there was no way he was sliding right there. He saw the green. I mean, it's a green end zone, and he was for the fences.
He rumbled and bumbled down there. So here's the extra point, and it is good. That's 49. So we can go ahead and check this guy out again.
And it's pretty much the exact same play. The last touchdown that Malachi scored on is just flipped.
Yeah.
It went to the other side.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, so if you watch right here, he grabs his ball, and as soon as he knows he's keeping it, he puts that head down, bangs off one guy, and then just goes and gets in the end zone.
Look at 76, moving weight.
Play. And 71, he was down there in the end zone already.
That entire O-line, man.
Mammoths.
Yeah, that's just the perfect way to describe them. All right. As the Bobcats now lead 49-21, we'll take a quick commercial break, allow a word from our sponsor.
Like our area teams under the Friday night lights, here at Bug Express, we're all about teamwork. With over 40 years of knowledge and experience in pest management, our team knows how to get the job done. Give us a call today at 653-0069.
All right, big thanks to Bug Express, sponsor of our weekly segments of the Cover1 previews. The Bobcats now leading 49-21 against El Paso Eastlake from Socorro ISD Stadium. And I tell you what, this Bobcat team flexing tonight. We just saw Malachi Brown in for another touchdown. This guy's been on all night long. Have not seen turnovers from him, which has been huge because in the last few weeks against Midland Lee and Odessa Permian,
there's been several that I mean, if you don't have those, that could be a different outcome in that game. So it's been definitely huge.
Most definitely. All right, so let's go back to Socorro ISD Stadium. Let's rejoin the coverage there.
Oh, man, Manny, y'all are about to see something crazy. These Falcons are just wanting anything they can to just get some movement against the Bobcats. Trickery, whatever they need. Here it is. We'll see what happens. So, barely even gets the kickoff, but doesn't matter. Whoop! We're throwing it to the clear other side of the field. Gets it on a one-hopper and takes it and shakes one or two players. But unfortunately, he only made it to the 35-yard line. So here comes the Bobcat defense, and they've been sicking them all night. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Man, they trying that El Paso City Miracle there.
I was about to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Easy, fellas. All right.
So, shout out to Socorro ISD.
Yeah, big thanks to Socorro ISD for allowing us to be part of their broadcast tonight. Thank you to them. All right, so we will come back to the desk as they get ready to go return back to broadcast there. So the Bobcats leading 49-21.
Correct.
Christian, did you expect this at all tonight entering this contest?
I mean, I did not. I don't think any of us expected this much of a one-sided game. But, obviously seeing El Paso, this El Paso school was Eastlake, was undefeated. But, I mean, kudos to the Cats for driving 8 hours over there and, right now whooping their butt.
They left at 9 a.m.
9 a.m., yeah.
9 a.m.
That's tough.
Yeah, so no telling. I mean, they'll probably get here Sunday.
Hey, they'll have a gold ball to sleep on all the way home.
That's what'll keep them going there. So let's go back to Socorro ISD. Let's return to coverage there. It looks like Socorro's kind of just, or not Socorro, but Eastlake is just backed up deep in their own territory there.
Yeah, so first down, they had a little play-action rollout where Olivas wasn't able to find a man, so it's going to bring 2nd and 10 here for the Falcons. Oh, quarterback takes a snap, it almost goes over his head, and the defense is all the way there. That's going to be a safety. So more points for the Bobcats as they continue to pour it on. What is that, 51? Wait, safety's 3? 2?
It's 2.
2? Yeah, 51.
Throw on 2.
And the
baby.
ball.
Yep. So it's going to be 51-21. They lead by a lot, guys.
Yeah, that's.
Man, they could have done over under of 100 in this game.
I mean, man.
Yeah.
So third quarter ball game. Remember, there's still a lot of time left in
there
this
is.
one.
Maybe some Tyler Hill quarterback.
Maybe a little Tyler Hill quarterback. I don't know. We might need to save him too. For
Why
the
not?
playoffs,
That's not a bad thing to see Tyler Hill if we see him in this game. So let's come back to the desk. A little score update for you. So Weatherford-Eaton. That's the other game that we were watching tonight because the way if things hold up, which it looks like they will with Central winning right now 51-21 against El Paso Eastlake. They just scored on a safety. Right now, they will get the winner of Weatherford or Eaton. Weatherford is now leading Eaton 14-7 in the third quarter of play from Justin. Man, this is a big game. In Weatherford,
I think I'd rather than play Weatherford just because I don't know a thing about Eaton.
Right. And with Weatherford, the Central Bobcats have seen them for the last 2 seasons.
They'll have some film from last year for sure.
Absolutely. And, there's, they don't have the same QB1. Their QB1 is now,
He's a Commodore now.
Yeah, he's lacing it up for Vanderbilt University in the SEC. So it's not quite the same
it's not.
Weatherford team, but I tell you, they're in the playoffs.
They have a kid, Cisco Caston, I believe his last name.
I believe so.
And he's committed to Baylor, so he's a solid DB for them.
Well, let's return to coverage there as the Bobcats
just got the safety punt back, and they didn't actually punt it. They kicked it. I thought you had to punt it. But
I thought you punted it too.
You know what? Hey, whatever the Falcons need to get get them through it, if they need a safe room or a Band-Aid or just a kickoff on a free punt. Whatever they need. Either way, Bobcats got the ball, and they're at midfield. So can we see 60 right here? Oh, wait, no,
60 burger, perhaps.
We can't right here, but we're getting pretty close. 51-21, so it'd make it 58. So.
Hey, appreciate Andrew Rodriguez, good friend of mine, for joining us the coverage tonight. The Central Bobcats lead 51-21 in El Paso against El Paso Eastlake.
So here's Malachi right here as he tries to throw to Jaden Gibson, but it doesn't look like he completed it. It's going to bring up second down right here.
Yeah, so, looking ahead to that matchup, perhaps against a Weatherford team, if that does hold up, I would think that they flip either a home and home or they meet in Abilene. I would think Brent Davis would want to go a home and home with that. Yeah. But yeah, it's regardless. I think that'd be an ideal matchup for the Bobcats.
Oh, so another pass right here, and this one was for old Weston Hill, but this time he didn't catch it as it brings up 3rd and 10 for the Bobcats.
Weston.
Hey, but you know what? Who cares? You're up by a million.
He's getting a gold ball. I didn't get one, so I can't even say anything.
Yeah, so looking at this bracket from the other end of that, from the other portion of this bracket, so Flower Mound Marcus and Prosper. Those are the two favorites.
Prosper.
They're squaring off tonight. Then the other part of that is Arlington Bowie and Pierce. Arlington Bowie is, of course, they come from a good district there, but I think probably Flower Mound Marcus or Prosper would probably be the favorite to advance past that second round. And that's where maybe we could find the Bobcats once again. And I know right now it's 51-31. It looks like we could be talking that at least the second round.
Well, Flower Mound and Prosper sounds better than Duncanville. So
yeah, for the last 2 seasons we've been seeing a lot of that, and heck, even before Central went into that crazy district. We were seeing matchups against Mansfield, and then of course Allen. Yeah. And then you start going down the line against the South Lake Carrolls and the Denton Geyers of the world. So this does nothing against Prosper or Flower Mound Marcus, but both of those teams are very credible teams.
Prosper's solid. Their stadium's solid too.
Very, they got sponsors on their stadium.
That's legit.
That's how good they are. But yeah, so tonight it is all the Central Bobcats leading 51-31 here in the third quarter. Trammell, what do you estimate? What part of the quarter we're in? About how much time?
We're probably leading the end of the third quarter. So right here, they actually had a third down play where Malachi was able to make it on his feet and get all the way for first down. But Holden brought him back, so 3rd and 10 again. Let's see if they can get the first down. Malachi all the way. Let's see if he just runs it again. And he will just run it again. And he has
Okay.
a block, got a couple blocks. And, yep, that's going to get the first down. Heck of a way for those receivers over there to make blocks. If not, that's a 4-3-yard gain. He's running out of bounds. So, shout out right there to who's 17?
That's Weston.
Weston Hill. So, missed the catch earlier, but made a block, made up for it.
The stock block. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
If you've ever played in the Texas high school football game, that's what it's called. But man, that's always useful, and certainly when you see guys like that.
So they actually said it's 4th down right here, so it's going to be 4th and 1. Let's see what happens. And oh no, that's just going to be.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't know if it's a
clobbering.
bad read, but I think they just kind of knew what was going to happen there. So Falcons are actually going to take over the ball about the midfield.
Okay. Well, I mean, and it's the Bobcats defense has done their job tonight.
Yep.
I mean, it's to give up 21 points to a pretty good El Paso Eastlake team thus far, an undefeated El Paso Eastlake team to say the least, has been pretty impressive. And then heading into this game, there was so many uncertainties. You didn't know what Central team was going to show up, if El Paso Eastlake was going to put something on them. I mean, we truly did not know based on what we've seen the last few weeks.
So here's another huge run by Uribe. He gets all the way past midfield and into Bobcat territory on 1st down and just keeps moving those chains. It was just a simple hand up right up the gut, and he cut it back, and when it was able to find another 10, 12 yards on it.
Man, I hate to sound like a Joe Buck and say, man, how great is that guy? But man, this
he
guy's
really
just
is,
been
though.
Oh!
okie doke here.
So is that going to be a touchdown? Yep, that's going to be a touchdown on a hook and ladder by the Falcons. They're going to get it a little bit closer,
Uribe.
make it 28-49.
I think he might have all their touchdowns. Maybe.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid's. He's not stopping. He is not slowing down at all.
Here we go. We can check this out
Literally.
again in case you missed it. It was very quick, and you might have. So he's going to take it and just throw it to the hitch and hook and ladder. That's right there, the pitch off to Uribe, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Falcons as they inch a little bit closer, 51-28.
Man, that's a nice little play that's used in the flag football game.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, it worked in tackles, so got them a touchdown. And when you have Uribe right there receiving the pitch, best believe
with
he's
the
off to
full
the
head of
races.
steam.
Yeah,
I mean, just look at him go at that point. That's almost like an Ashton Hartsfield. You're not getting in that guy's way.
Oh no, you're not.
All right, so that makes it what?
28-51.
Yep, 28-51.
58-21. All right, so the Bobcats still leading in this one. Trammell, apparently we set the line. You set the over-under line.
Way too
58.
low. Yep. I think
Okay.
Central might hit that on their own.
Yeah, they will hit that on their own. It's quite possible for them to do that. So it's a game right now that looks to be well in hand. Central just kind of has to just hang around. They just got to be there and let their defense kind of take over. I wouldn't. Do you expect Malachi Brown to do too much or to get involved with this offense?
I don't. I don't know why he's still out there. I mean, maybe they're just showing no mercy. They drove 8 hours for Mal to score 8 touchdowns or something. I don't know.
But why not set another school record?
Yeah. I'm curious on how they're going to do the school song. I was just thinking that since there's no fans and no Texans.
You just sing, you hum it.
Yeah,
You hum it, I guess, yeah.
All of a sudden, we have Grammy Award-winning
Brad Davis.
Malachi Brown.
Oh. Or him.
6 touchdown record.
Big Baby D.
Yeah, Baby D, yeah.
So a little onside here, and it goes, oh my gosh. Oh, he caught it, and he's going to, he's going.
Oh, what?
He's going. It's going to get all the way to the 5-yard line on the onside kick that was recovered by the Falcons. They're inching. They're not done yet, guys. They are not done yet. So it's going to be on the 5-yard line.
Okay, so Eastlake's not waving the white flag. Let's just get that straight.
Yeah, they're not at all.
Well, let's see what's going on. We got the white hat and the Falcons coach right here, and they do not seem very happy.
I don't know why they're not happy.
So we'll see what they're going to do.
I know, right?
Like what?
We'll see what they're going to
Your
do.
play
Here.
shouldn't
Let's
have
see
got
where they
hocked
end up
down.
putting it.
Okay, yeah, we're usually we would kind of come back to the desk. We'll stay with the coverage here. We'll see what happens and where they spot the football.
Well, I saw AJ
It looks
Brown.
like it's going to go on the 32-yard line. Oh, because it's when you catch the ball. If you kick an onside, it's where you catch. You can't run it.
The NFL must be different. I saw A.J. Brown of the Titans score one off an onside
I'm pretty
last
sure
week.
in college and in high school, once you catch it an onside, you're dead to where you caught it.
Makes sense.
So little speed option right here to Uribe, and he's going to get about 5 or 6 as he just keeps on working.
And Ty Casey challenging Uribe there. About the only guy that's willing to challenge Uribe in that instance there. Izzy Lopez joining us on the broadcast tonight, former Central Bobcat. Appreciate you hanging out with us here on Live Cover 1 on SanAngeloLive.com. The Bobcats still ahead, 51-28. If you're just now joining us, like Izzy,
hop on Warzone later.
El Paso Eastlake just recovered an onside kick, and they're now deep in the heart of Central Territory with the rock.
So first down for the Falcons. They're sending Uribe on a sending him out right. It's a pass all the way, single receiver to the left, and that's going to be a touchdown. And man, who would have thought who would have been over there?
Okay, so this would make it it would make it 51-35 with the ensuing extra point, or if they choose to go for 2. There's
that's
still,
14-point game if they go for 2.
It makes it we come back to a 2-possession game essentially.
Man.
So they're not going to go for 2. So they're not hovering over that panic button just yet.
Yeah. So 35-51, the Bobcats are up, but anyone can get a lead. It's those who can hold the lead that win the game.
Yes, Trammell, man, philosophical Trammell tonight.
That's what we're talking about.
Keep it 100 with
Anyone can
Trammell.
hold the lead. Anyone can get
Anyone
the
can
lead.
have a lead.
Yes.
It's those who can hold the lead.
All right, so things, I guess you
A little
can
interesting.
say, yeah.
It's just some.
Eastlake keeping us on our toes.
They want
here.
some drama in El Paso. It's
A
car
lot of
ISD.
scoring. I don't think I anticipated. I'll say myself, I did not anticipate this amount of scoring.
I didn't either, but I'm loving it.
Well, I
love
set the
this.
line, and I'm going to let y'all know I did not either.
Yeah, Trammell's the resident bookie. So if you have your debts to settle with the Topo Chico, of course, that's the guy.
I will find you.
All right, so the Bobcats, the score is now 51-35. It is a 2-possession ball game. Exciting. We saw an onside kick in the last kick here, so we'll see what happens. Do you think they go for the onside kick?
They could.
This
I don't
one's
know.
actually going to be another one of those. Actually, this one's going to be a long kick. First one of the game, no longer pooching it. And he's going to bring this thing out.
Kente.
30-yard line here.
Run can take. What, a little backspin?
easy.
Whoa,
Yeah, a little spin move, but didn't
Is that
go.
on the old PlayStation?
That's
Yep.
circle.
Circle.
Yeah. So Central ball about 31 on the 31-yard line. Third quarter. Hold your 4s up, guys.
All right.
Yep.
We're getting goal ball soon.
All right, so the 4s
Yes,
are
sir.
officially up. Trammell, you got yours up there?
I'm up.
Even though he's Team El Paso.
Oh, sorry. I'm not in the camera, though. Here we go.
There you are.
4.
4s are up.
Got my 4s up. Let's go.
All right, so gentlemen, we'll get our quick thoughts. Christian, what do you think Central does with the remaining portion of this ball game?
I mean, I think it's self-explanatory. I think you just got to run the best. I mean, run and stay behind that O-line that's been, guiding you the whole game, the first 3 quarters and hopefully the 4th. And I just say run as much as you can. And, for essential, a run can also be like a 5-yard hitch or a screen, basically. So
that makes sense, yeah.
Plenty of those.
Trammell, well, I'll direct this one to you. Do you think they have an answer defensively? Do you think they have an answer for this Eastlake offense if it comes to it?
If it comes to it, I hope it won't come to it. If it does, I won't think so because they'll have all the momentum if they can come back by this deficit. So let's just hope we don't have to go there because if we do have to go there, I don't know if we can.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's rejoin the coverage there from Socorro ISD Stadium. Bobcats leading 51-35 against El Paso Eastlake. They're just coming from this is the start of the 4th quarter.
4th quarter. Let's go. Handoff right here. And he's going to get maybe 8 on that one. That's going to be number 6. That's going to be
Little Jalen Lifesty.
Jalen Lifesty, of course. I don't know how I don't know that by now. I mean, I say his name about 100 times every time the Bobcats
He's our favorite
play.
Lifesty.
I know. Well, he's the only one I know. So here we go. The Bobcats, they continue to move this ball, and what they really want to do is continue to move this clock. If they don't snap it at the 1 second on the shot clock every time, this is just, I mean, I don't know what they're doing. They got to keep it rolling. So here's what we're going to do. We got 2 running backs back there. One of them actually is in a flex position, and just a handoff right here to, not going to get anywhere. That's the man that already has 2 touchdowns. That's going to be Sam Navarrete.
Mm-hmm.
So third down here for the Bobcats. They need this first down because they don't want to be putting themselves in a position where they can come back on. So they want to keep this thing moving. They're going to have to get it. It's 3rd and 1. So let your big boys work. Let Malachi get the ball and do his thing. So here we go. Got that flex position in there one more time. This time Malachi's going to keep it, like I said, and runs over his own player. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know. It looks like that's going to bring up 4th. Nope, that was enough for the first down.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
man.
Mal Brown.
I want to run this one back,
Trucking
guys.
over Navarrete.
Yeah, let's run this one back. So, Navarrete right here, he's going to be blocking. He's going to try to at least. But he's not fast enough for Mal back there, and he's going to pay the price as he gets trucked over. But either way, it's going to be first down for the Bobcats.
Navarrete paying the piper there.
So Lauren's got to be a little quicker with that one. First down, it's going to be Jaden Lifesty. He's going to get to about the 47-yard line. The Falcons' 47-yard line. So already past halfway. Let's keep it going. Second down right here. Coach Crane's calling it in right now.
Yeah, you got to really appreciate the running game, the running attack. And at this point, I mean, there's really no need for the Bobcats to pass the football.
No, there's not.
Unless you, I mean, perhaps maybe a screen. I think that's maybe the only thing that you would probably like to see them do. But
here's that double running back look we've been seeing, and this is another handoff to Lifesty. He's going to get a couple on it all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Man, this is a different look. You know, we've seen with Jalen Lifesty. He's not the biggest cat out there, but to line him up and running back, because usually we see him in the slot.
And he does more than the job, dude. I mean, he is guaranteed a solid 3 yards, and he catches it, or he obviously receives it like 3-4 yards behind the line of scrimmage,
Yeah,
and he's guaranteeing you 3 or 4 yards every time. So
Coach Crane's getting the call in. Malachi's taking as much time of this clock off as he can, as he doesn't want the Falcons to have that ball. They're going to keep this 2 running backs set in right now. They're one on each side of Malachi. We're going to have the doubles to the right side. He's going to hand it off, and it's going to go nowhere as he's swallowed up in the backfield. And that's going to be, I think, Jaden Lifesty again on the run. Yeah, it's going to be Jaden Lifesty. And that one didn't really go anywhere. This might bring up third down.
Whoa. Getting a little scrappy up there.
Yep.
Yeah, getting a little heated. You know, when you're down like that, you don't really care much about the opposing players.
Yeah, Jalen's certainly doing his part. You know, it's just to keep the clock going. I mean, I think, you would like to see yards, but to milk this thing and to keep that Eastlake offense off the field is probably about the best thing that they could do at this point.
So here's Malachi doing what he does best, and that's going and getting first downs. Let's see if he got it. It's going to be close. But, I don't know. I don't see any sticks moving. So, yep, they look like they didn't get it, but they're going to go for it right here. They're on the 38-yard line. So we'll see what happens. Malachi Brown lines up with a running back to the right side. Tries to make him jump. Nothing happens. They're going to get another play call in. And this El Paso team is looking pretty antsy to get back there. Doubles on each side. Malachi Brown takes a snap. He's looking, and he throws it, and it's going to be caught. Ooh. That was caught. What a catch by Tyler Hill. Right up the middle, and that was on third down, so they needed that to get the first to keep this drive alive, and they did, and they were able to keep the clock running. First down on the 23-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like Kevin Crane is going for the true knockout punch if the Bobcats can get in the end zone. But, man, what a statement to make with that pass play there and the completion of Tyler Hill. My man.
Well, when you do those quarterback draws, those linebackers, they start to cheat, and that's what happened there. Those linebackers were cheating, and they left that middle of the field wide open for Tyler Hill. So they're sending a receiver in motion, and they're going to give it to him on a jet sweep. It's going right, and looks like that's not going to be going much. That was Caden Box as it got maybe back to the line of scrimmage at the 23-yard line.
Yep, just a little nit and pick, chipping away at that Eastlake defense. A little timeout action.
Timeout.
So it's going to be a timeout right here. We'll see what happens.
All right, so we will come back. Well, there's Trammell here.
Hey, we can come to me. I love it. I love showing my beautiful face to these people.
Yeah, we'll make it the Matt Trammell show for
Hey,
you.
I'm down. The Matt Trammell show starts next week, guys. Just to let y'all know. It's gonna be great. Bunch of Matt content.
Yeah.
Trammell does.
Trammell, your thoughts on what Central's doing offensively here?
Central offensively is taking a lot of time off the clock, and that's what they need to do. If you keep a lot of time, that's more time the other team can have it. And with this Eastlake team that can score in a hurry, it's pretty good for them to keep that clock running. And besides this timeout, that's what they've done. So as long as they can keep doing that and go punch in the end zone, I think big things are going to happen for the Bobcats.
Yep. Well, here we go. Let's rejoin the broadcast. As the Bobcats this is now second down, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be second and about 9. There's 2 running backs back there. The doubles are to the left side. Malachi Brown's going to keep it on this one and finds, who's that? Yep, that's going to be Jaden Lifehesty again. Almost gets to the first down, going to be at the 15-yard line. And Lifehesty's getting a little slow to get up. He got hit pretty hard on that one.
Yeah, Lifehesty, as we mentioned, he's not the biggest guy.
No, he's not.
I mean, so to line him up in the backfield, man, that's tough. But I mean, he's a from what you can see, he's a tough kid. He's taken some shots over the last few seasons.
Well, Lifehesty gets a breather on this one. The coach goes ahead and sends somebody in for him. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he might be done for the day. I think they'll be good without him. Well, I don't want to say that, but
I don't know what's going on here.
So we got a 3rd and short for the Bobcats.
3rd and 2, but nobody's lining up on the ball. I'm not sure what's going on. We got a lot of people looking at each other.
they probably couldn't get a sub in for Jalen, maybe, or not sure.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what's going on, but the ref's standing over the ball, so the clock is stopped. So we'll see what happens. They're going to break the huddle. Clock's resumed. Let's see what's going. So Malachi's in there. He's got Sam. Whoa, man.
It might have been a
It goes
ref's timeout, maybe, for the injury.
Well, as it is, they have Trips lined up to the right. They got Sam Navarrete back there with Malachi lined up to the right. Malachi's just going to take this to the right, but there's nowhere to go as he was just swallowed up by Falcon defenders behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and about probably 5. So we'll see what they're going to do here. I'm seeing people leave the
Looks like they may be bringing
field,
on the special teams group.
Might rely on a punt or maybe even a field goal at this point to make it even a bigger lead. We've got a timeout for one team here,
Field goal
so I think
makes
they're
it-
going to talk about it.
Field goal will make it a 3-possession game, and I mean that's what you want right now at this point.
And it's
I mean, it pretty much is 2 possessions because they'd have to get both 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
So if they get 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, that's still a tie. So I think right here you risk it for the biscuit. You try to throw it, and you get the first down. And if not, whatever. Hopefully the Bobcats go out there, make some plays, get another interception.
okay. So Trammell says to go for it.
I say
Christian,
bring out the kicking unit. Let him test his leg strength.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. I like going for the field goal there. Yeah. You get points right now because you need points. Certainly this late in the ball game. You have the lead. Pat it. Do what you got to do, and let's get on the road back to Angelo.
If anything, it's reps for him too, because who knows if you'll need a game-winning field goal one of these.
Well, guys, it looks like I was right. They're going to go out there.
I like how you
and
lead
go for
with
it.
that, Trammell.
They're going to have 2 receivers out to the right side, and they're handing the ball off right here and just going and get you one. He has 2 touchdowns. Why not just hand it to him one more time? That's right. That's Samuel Navarrete.
Yep. Well, okay, Trammell. I see. I like your logic there.
Hey, Coach Crane, call me. Just kidding.
Well, the Bobcats go for it on 4th down. They get it, and they are going for just a knockout punch here. And Christian, do you like that? I mean, because this certainly just puts this thing to bed if they do get in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love it. That point, I don't know how many possessions that is, but that's a lot in a little amount of time. Because, I mean, this drive has been probably a solid 6 minutes, I'd have to say.
Chipping away a lot of clock here.
So another run, and this is Jaden Lifesty back into the game, so it looks like he's ready to go. He got about 4 or 5 on that one, so it's a pretty good start to the.
You want him another touchdown?
First and goal
Does he
there.
have one?
I don't know if it's first and goal, actually. It may not be first and goal, but it's pretty close. They're knocking on the door. So the ball's going to be spotted about the, what do you think that is, about the 14-yard line, 13-yard line?
That's very close to that, yes.
So we got one running back in the backfield. We got doubles on each side. Oh, we got trips to the left, actually. Going to be a handoff right here to the right, and it's not really going to go anywhere as he was swallowed up and then slammed afterward by 34. What a hit.
Isaiah Dell action there.
Going to bring up 3rd down, and it'll be pretty close.
All right, so we got a timeout called from was a timeout called on the field. At this point, Central's up. What are we now? 51.
51-35. It's 3rd down, 4th quarter.
So 51-35. I mean, you still need to see some life from Eastlake, even if Central does not get in the end zone or have a successful scoring drive here. I would think, do you have confidence that the defense can kind of hold their own if Eastlake does get the football back, with playing with 2 possessions?
I mean, I think definitely that I have confidence in them. If they hold them right here, they're so deep in their own territory that, I mean, we saw what happened last time they were this deep. They had a safety. So I think defense definitely, I have confidence in them to have a stop, maybe a turkey. Just
so you're saying go for it now, even though it's a closer kick? You just wanted to kick it. It was 10 yards the other way.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about Central? Are we talking about Central's defense or?
Oh wait, I don't know. I thought we were talking about.
I was saying
for it.
I thought we were talking about Central's defense. I don't know, but.
All right, here we go. Doubles. 2 running backs in the back. We got the doubles to the left side, and he's gonna pass it. He rolls out right, and that's gonna be no good as the defender swatted that away. So 4th down, and they got to get to the 2-yard line. They're at the 7, so going to need 5 on this. It's 4th down and 5. Guys, what you thinking?
Well, Trammell, you said you liked the last time going for it. I don't know. I think you bring out the kicking unit and you kick it.
I think so too.
But looks like
I think y'all guys might be right. It looks like the kicker is on the field. Malachi Brown's looking like he's going back there to hold it. And the kick is up, and guys, he made that sucker, so that's going to be 54-35. That's a 19-point lead.
Okay, well that bodes well for the Bobcats. Heading into the stretch of this game here, that makes it 3 possessions.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, Eastlake truly has to put something together here if they want to make this a meaningful ball game. So I don't know if Eastlake has anything left. I know this Bobcats defense has been really solid.
I mean, we know they have some tricks up their sleeve with the hook and ladder, the Music City Miracle thing. I mean,
and at this point, it's like, why not?
Pull it all out. Might as well.
You don't have anything else to play for.
Exactly. And I mean, maybe even for them, put their backup see what your backup can do. Maybe, I don't know. It's so deep in the game. You need a.
I don't think it matters anymore. I think we're in garbage time now, boys.
Yeah, Trammell, I'd agree with that.
Sorry,
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, 19-point lead in the mid fourth quarter. We'll see what happens, but it's going to need a miracle. See if they can't return this kick. That might start it.
Yeah, last kick return it was the
double pass.
The
not the double pass, but the pass.
It was a little El Paso City Miracle coming from the days of the Music City Miracle in Tennessee. So what do they do here? Well, camera guy kind of got lost in it.
Well, they got the ball and they got to about the 35-yard line. So looks like they're going to start with decent field position.
All right, so the Bobcats defense, it is up to them to kind of put this one to bed. With Central leading by 19 points. Eastlake is kind of proven to kind of, throw some points on the scoreboard quick, fast, and in a hurry. So what's the Central defense going to do here?
Well, here it is. Uribe did it again. That's another 7-yard run by him. Well, maybe not 7. I'll give it 5.
I mean, it looked
It looked like 7.
Yeah.
He looks like he runs forever,
he
man.
falls forward for maybe 7.
Yeah. So second down, Uribe's to the right. They got trips to the right as well, and quarterback's gonna pull this one and slides down at about the 47-yard line, 47-yard line. So they're in a hurry. They're definitely worried about this clock. They don't want that clock to move, unlike Central. So here's an empty set, so it's a pass all the way, and he's gonna actually keep this one again and breaks 2 tackles and got tackled by the next group of defenders, gets the ball to the 40-yard line, first down for the Falcons.
All right, so let's play devil's advocate here. If Eastlake does happen to score, are we at any point any type of panic mode here?
I don't think so at this point. Not at all. I mean, at that point, you still got to kick 2  onsides, I'm sure, after that. And I just don't see that happening again, but who knows? They already recovered 1.
So they line up in a hurry, and they probably called 2 plays in a row. The second one was a screen, but it didn't go anywhere. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Falcons here. They're staying in this empty set because they look like they need to pass it and hurry up. Here it is, another quick screen here to 24, but it's going to be dropped.
Okay,
So incomplete pass. The clock continues to stop. This is going to bring up 3rd down right here. So 3rd down for the Falcons. Are they going to stay in this empty set for the third play in a row?
I mean, we know they're going to pass it, so they probably will.
They're actually going to have quads over here to the bottom
goodness.
side. They have
Hey,
quads
just screen to
the
Uribe.
right.
Screen to Uribe, and there's a wall right there.
yeah, let's play Where's Uribe here.
He's right there.
Look here, 7 right here in the middle of those quads right there, but he's in the back. So if he gets that screen, he
Trammell,
might have
throw
a
the
bunch of
arrow
defenders.
over Uribe there.
Here he is, right here. So they're going to line up, and they'll put him in the back of this. He won't be on the line, and that way he'll be able to jump back quicker. Well, no, actually, he might be getting on there. Only that's covered up, but. So he takes the snap, and it's not a screen, but he's looking left the whole time and doesn't find him off his hands. Good play by the Central Bobcats, and that's going to bring a 4th down, guys. 4th and 10.
So it's truly come down to this for Eastlake.
Sorry, 4th and 2. Excuse me.
Because you got to believe that if Central gets the football, they will. I mean, this is their game. This is time to close shop because all they're going to do is sit on it at this point.
Exactly.
So Eastlake, you got maybe perhaps go to the bag of tricks.
Yeah, I think you have to at this point.
All right. So and we saw Uribe kind of come across the screen. Looks like.
So what are we going to get
some
here?
movement.
Legal formation or legal motion
Or false start, I think, maybe.
All right, so Eastlake, the Falcons, getting backed up. Doesn't really bode well for them. Little false start action. Well, it was.
So moving back a little bit or no?
Yeah, they did move back, so this makes the 4th down even a
So
little bit
now
more
it's about
difficult.
4th and 7 because it was 4th and 2. So he's back there by himself once again, 4th play in a row. And actually, no, Levis was he's finding somebody. He's looking, he's searching. He chunks it, but nowhere to be found. Central's ball, boys, this thing is getting ugly.
Well, ugly for Eastlake. Good for the Central Bobcat Angry Orange faithful. It appears that they're just going to sit on this and, be content to head back to Angelo.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a quality win for them, more than quality. I mean, this is a huge win for them, and it's our first playoff win in, well, what'd you say, 2 years, I believe?
Yeah, well, it goes back to
Henry Teeter and Mav.
Yeah,
so
and you have to go back to 2017.
Yeah.
And the last one there when they got it against El Paso Pebble Hills.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, and that's, of course, they met up with Mansfield, I believe Mansfield Summit the following week. But man, this is a huge win for them. And it looks like the Bobcats, they're just going to be content to just move the football, keep it on the ground, keep the clock going.
Start the bus, get it warmed up.
Yeah. So for all the Bobcat fans out there, we want to hear you. We want to see you on Facebook. Hey, show some love to your Bobcats here, because they're coming home with a by-district gold ball. And hopefully they didn't turn up the lights too early there at Socorro ISD Stadium. 54-35.
They're disappointed in Socorro over there.
Yeah. We'll see if they come back here, but we'll come back to the desk here. So 54-35, and we'll read. Looks like there was just a little hiccup in there, so we'll go back. But man, yeah, Bobcat faithful, show the hearts, give us the thumbs up. Sick'em Cats, Tony Duran, let's go. Casey Leach, Sick'em Cats. Yeah, Michael Duran, nice. Yeah. All right, so it is the first Bobcat playoff win since 2017 when Maverick McIver was at the helm. And as Christian Gabaldon said, the year of Henry Teeter.
Yeah, just the Henry Teeter years says enough.
I mean, that says enough there. Henry Teeter was so much fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Aguirre saying, go Bobcats. Yeah. Angry Orange fans showing some love here. So, yeah, big win for the Bobcats tonight. So, so Trammell, can you give us an update on what's going on with Eaton and Weatherford? I'm sure that game was 14-7 in favor of Weatherford last we checked in the third quarter. Rudy Varone, go Cats. Lily Andros, way to go Cats. And Joanna Vasquez saying, let's go Cats. Their field, our win. Raul De Leon, once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat. Raul De Leon from Grayford, appreciate you tuning in tonight, watching the Bobcats get their first playoff win since 2017. So this is a big moment. It's a milestone, no matter how much you shake it, no matter how you put it there.
Yep.
It's something that's been lacking for the last few seasons, and not because of effort. I mean, it's the
matchups. Yeah, it's the matchups, man.
So here's the update. Weatherford is losing right now 14-21.
14-21. Wow. Okay. So
14. They were hungry. They hadn't eaten. Halston eaten.
All right, we'll come back to the coverage there. Terry Rogers, great game. Keep it up, Bobcats. Shout out to my grandson, Cameron Sarsosa.
There it is, boys. Did y'all see it?
Proud of you. What's that, Trammell?
The best play of the game.
What do we got?
Is it the victory formation?
I don't know. Y'all might have to just watch this one because y'all need to get
going.
a little happy. Here we go. Are y'all ready?
Getting old fat
Here
and
it
sassy.
is.
Oh, man.
The final play of the game.
The only time you'll see Mel Anderson.
It's the formation we've been waiting to see for a long time that ends with a Bobcat playoff win. And there we are.
Yes.
The gold.
Yes.
The gold ball coming back with the Bobcats tonight. Yep. They're victorious against the Eastlake Falcons.
Boys, one more week.
54-35. Man, what a win for the Angry Orange tonight. Terry Rogers saying, great game. Keep it up, Bobcats. Shout out to my grandson, Cameron Sarsosa. So proud of you. Rudy Varone, thank you guys. Keep up the great job. Thank you. Casey Leach, way to go, Cats. Bonnie Johnson, yeah, she's a
Bonnie.
Mom. She's a Bobcat mom there. Yeah, way to go, Bobcats. Woohoo. Joanna Vasquez, let's go, Bobcats. So, yes, big win tonight. Christian, I imagine you were just...
I'm very excited because, as y'all know, I'm a Cowboys, Longhorns, Bobcats,
Yep.
like that. Those are my teams, and you know it's rough for Cowboys obviously and Longhorns.
Yeah, we don't mention any of those two teams.
Yeah, but for them to get a gold ball, man, that's awesome for Malachi and his boys. I mean, the way he's led them into this playoff game, and just rallied his troops. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, so we are expecting, we're going to see the Bobcats play another week. They live to fight another week in the Texas high school football playoffs. Trammell, we last saw with Eaton and Weatherford. Weatherford was down 21-14. That is who the Bobcats, that matchup, they will get the winner of that one there. Weatherford is a team the Bobcats have seen in the last few seasons. Michael Trevino, let's go back to the line here. How about them Bobcats? Tristan Franklin, the Lakeview Chief. Congratulations, Central Bobcats. Hope y'all make it farther. And Randall Lassiter, always a fan of the show, always an Angry Orange fan. Angry Orange gets it done. So
yes,
good
sir.
stuff there. So we don't know too much about Eaton.
No, we
don't. Know plenty about Weatherford because we've seen them in the last 2 seasons. There's no more Seals.
No more
Seals
Seals
there, which is a good thing, I would say, because the dude's lighting it up on the SEC playing for Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, definitely.
But man, we're seeing some activity from this game with Eaton and Weatherford. 21-14, Eaton leading Weatherford right now. We will stay with this broadcast as long as that game is still going. We're entering the 2.5-hour mark for us here on COVER1 Live. So this is it's a big week for the Bobcats. I'd like to ask you guys out there that are watching tonight, did you expect this win? It's one thing for us media folk to dissect this, but for you guys, did you expect this? Because let's be real. I mean, we've been brutally honest about the Bobcats this season.
Yeah, we really have. And I did not just expect him to drive 8 hours and score, I don't know how many touchdowns, but a lot of them. I mean, probably 7 or 6. I don't know, a lot of touchdowns, and the defense really showed out. I did not expect that much. Obviously, I hope to get a win, but like that dominating fashion, you love to see that.
Yeah. And that was crazy because, last year when you guys went to El Paso, played at that very same stadium against Pebble Hills, you guys got off to a very slow start.
I don't know. What was it, 49-17 at half?
It was insane.
Yeah.
Y'all reeled off an amazing comeback in that game.
We did not want to go home, drive 8 hours with the loss after that.
I can't imagine what that bus ride would have been like.
That would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. But yeah, I mean, that's such a great game, offensively and defensively. Defense's goal is for them to get under 35, and they got 21. So, and I don't even know if they scored the second half. They might have scored one. 20, what was it, 28? Or no, they had 35.
Yeah.
So, no. Definitely a solid performance by both sides. Yeah. All 3 phases of offense, defense, and special teams, for sure.
Definitely. All right, Joanna Uranga Rodriguez, go Bobcats. Edna Shapiro Gonzalez, way to go Cats. Michael Trevino, hey, thank you so much for giving us a shout-out tonight. We thank you so much for watching. And this is our question for you folks. As the Bobcats are victorious tonight, 54-35 against El Paso Eastlake in the Class 6A Division II area bi-district round. Did you expect this performance? Because in the last 2 outings that we saw against Midland Lee and Odessa Permian, it was not pretty.
No,
it wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination. All right. So that'll be our question out to you folks out there. Did you expect that? Did you expect this win tonight? Not the win, but certainly the performance, because it got off really well. Perry Green, 54-35. That is the final score from Socorro ISD Stadium in Eastlake. Trammell, what are you suggesting we do here?
Go to me.
All right.
I'm going to read y'all a story.
All right. We'll come back to you for this part here.
Here we go. All right, guys. So I'm going to let y'all know how the end of this game happened. So the East... I'm not even going to ruin it. So the Weatherford game is over. I'm not even going to ruin it. Here's what happened. Okay. Ball on the Eagles' 14-yard line, 22 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10. 16 seconds remaining, 3rd and 10. 4th and 10, 11 seconds remaining. Catch, flag down, illegal down the field, 4th and 15, ball on the 20.
Man.
Then passing interference, automatic 1st and goal. Eagles win the football game. Weatherford loses. The Bobcats will go and play Eaton next week.
My goodness, what a game. That would have been a fun one to see, man. I mean, way more close of a game than that Central one.
Yep. So 58 according to their Twitter, 59 seconds ago, they won the game. So good. I mean, we wish we could have played Weatherford, but hey, we're gonna see what's up with this team, see what they're about.
Yeah.
Hazlitt Eaton wins 21-14.
And Eaton was a team that won their district. That's how they found that matchup against Weatherford. So we will now set the table for that. San Angelo Central, Eaton next week. We will kind of iron out the details on where the when and where of all that. But before we kind of talk about that, let's talk to our resident Bobcat connoisseur, Ryan Chadwick. First and foremost, Ryan, how pumped are you to see this win tonight?
It's more like a at this moment. Like, the Bobcats gave me a little bit of a scare tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I am super excited. Back in the playoffs again. Won another game. You know, doing what Central does. At least advancing past El Paso.
Sure.
So, like,
In years past, when we've talked about an El Paso school, it's been like, okay, that's no big deal. You know, it's pushing it under the rug. But this year, I mean, you know, we asked the question to the folks out there, you know, if we saw this coming, but it's like, for a guy that's seen this Central team, did you expect them to kind of come out like this?
well, I knew that they'd be able to score. Like, I knew that they had the capability to put up, you know, the 54 points that they put up. This is basically what all these games against, like, you know, Odessa Permian would have looked like if they wouldn't have turned the ball over, you know, 5, 6 times, you know?
That's a valid
I agree
point.
with that for sure.
That's a valid point.
So, like, I'll say it again and again. You don't turn over the ball, you put yourself in a position to win a game.
Yeah.
So, the Bobcats basically did enough on defense to slow down and stop Eastlake's, you know, explosive attack. And the offense did the defense a huge favor by not turning the ball over and sustaining drives that allowed their guys to rest. I will also say that the Eastlake offense kind of did their own defense a disservice by scoring so fast.
That's a good point. Absolutely.
Because, like, they had those 2 touchdowns in the second half within, you know, a minute of each other. Like, I think both drives took 56 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
like, that's just a lot of work for to expect their defense to be able to handle. And especially with, you know, them not being able to stop the run. We run the ball 3 or 4 times, get a couple first downs, and then boom, hit you deep. You know.
And tonight, you know, usually we see the Cats. I mean, they're run and gun, and they'll throw the ball all over the lot, and they'll score. I mean, very, very quickly. Tonight, extremely methodical. Did you like that in a sense that how they were patient with the football?
This season, to me, when they are successful, they've been methodical. Okay. Games where they rely on the big play to win, they usually haven't won those games. That's usually when Malachi's trying to play the Brett Favre back there in the back, trying to make things happen. You know?
Things don't go well when he plays Brett Favre.
Hey, things always didn't go well for Brett Favre. He's one of the greats, but interception king, you know?
Yeah.
But to see the Bobcats be able to drive down the field, had their longest drive on the season, by the way. They had a 14-play drive tonight that ended in that last field goal.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, like, that basically took the rest of the time off the clock and kind of secured the game for them.
See, this is why we have you on the squad here, because you come up with you recite lines like that. The longest drive of the season. So yeah. So the Central team moves on to the second round of the playoffs. I mean, we don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of Eaton before.
I definitely don't know a lot of myself, but that's what film is for, and that's what I will be doing this week. So,
Nice.
like, I knew if they played Weatherford, I'd be like,
Yeah. We could still go back to last season. We can pull up the old COVER1 and see what Weatherford was about. Of course, they're a little different because they don't, as we mentioned, they
don't have their Vanderbilt.
Yeah, there's no SEC quarterback leading the charge, but I'm sure Eaton, you know, they made it to the playoffs for a reason. They won that district for a reason. So I mean, imagine they're going to be a valid, you know, a formidable opponent, as Brent Davis would say. But man, this is how much do you cherish this win, and when do you let it go?
It feels good. Just, you know, to get this far, especially after a bumpy end to the season.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a share of the district title. They didn't. Well, they were in a position where they could have had a home game. They could have been playing some of the weaker schools, but they came back from that. So they need to feel happy. They need to be happy with the performance they put up this week.
Right.
But come tomorrow. This
another
next
week.
Game, this game is very. Next week is very winnable for them as well.
Yeah.
So, Weatherford is not a powerhouse, and they almost won tonight.
Isn't that crazy how this one shook out? Because 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when they played Odessa Permian, an L. Midland Lee, an L. I mean, things just, stock extremely down. It's like sell, sell, sell. And then here we are, we're talking the potential for them to get to the third round of the playoffs. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
mean,
It's pretty awesome.
that's crazy, but the fact that they're in this position, obviously they're working hard for that. But man, the outing that they put out tonight, solid. I think that's what we can all agree
around.
on. Yeah.
Tighten up on giving up the big plays a little bit. The secondary seemed to fall asleep at times whenever the
I
running
think
back
that's
was
what they
getting
kind of they have to tighten the nuts on that one there.
But other than that, I was incredibly satisfied with the way the offense played. The defense did just enough to allow the offense to take over the game. They need to bottle up on special teams. Their tackling was atrocious. So I will say that. They gave away way too many big returns. 2 of them could have gone to the house.
Yeah.
Even on that onside kick, that ball went by 3 different Bobcats.
And he was headed to the house, said that they not stopped him.
Right, yeah.
Had the officials not stopped it because that's how they do that. But yeah. Okay, so the Bobcats victorious tonight, joined by Ryan Chadwick. You can catch his write-up of this one. He was saying the longest drive of the season. This is what we've got this guy on the broadcast for, because he says things like that. So we will see you next week, wherever it may be. Usually, I would assume Brent Davis is going to go for a home and home. He's always kind of one to roll the dice on that. Even if they do have to go to the Metroplex, that's no big deal for them because you guys did that all the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, and your captain Malachi Brown is used to that. And you drove 8 hours today. What's
I know.
4?
what's 8 hours versus you cut that drive in half.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to DFW. So, all right. So big win tonight. So final thoughts from you, Mr. Chadwick.
Please be in San Angelo Stadium so I don't have to drive 4 hours, but I'll be there next week no matter what. Other than that, congratulations, guys. It's been a joy to watch. Tip of the hat to Sam Navarrete tonight. He really grinded the ball out when he needed to. Isaiah Dale as well. I know that y'all are the unsung heroes of this Bobcat squad, but just keep it up, guys.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it. You can catch Chad. We are standing up because we're pumped for this win.
Yeah, we are.
We are pumped for this win. Really pumped for this win. 54-35, your Bobcats victorious tonight, bringing back a gold ball to the Concho Valley. All right, let's catch up with Matt Trammell. Trammell, how about you gear us up for some scores as we wave goodbye to Mr. Chadwick?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
All right. So there's a lot of scores. The one score that's not on our scores page that I really want to bring some attention to, there is a state championship game tonight, and the game was won by the Texas School of Death. That's right. They won their very first state championships in taps tonight. The Rangers won big, and it's pretty interesting if you ever seen a deaf player play football. It's crazy. They have like a fungo bat wrapped in just the athletic wrap, and they smash it on the drum every time they want to snap a play, and that's how they play. And this year they won big time, 62-28 tonight, and they're the state championship. So shout out to the Texas School of Deaf Rangers for getting that one done. But now to some R scores. These are the Deersky & Deersky Realtors Real Estate Professional Scores page right here. Go to San Angelo Live /scores. You can see videos, sports coverage, football briefs, anything you want. Let's get it going. El Paso Eastlake versus San Angelo Central. We know the score of that one, which is what, Christian?
It was 54-35.
That's right. Midland Lee beat El Paso Montwood 66-21 tonight. San Antonio Reagan, it's halftime. That's the last score we got for them in Smithson Valley. It's 20-3 at half. Austin Westlake is leading 27-0 at half against Round Rock Cedar Ridge. Wimberley's down at halftime against Carthage 17-0, but there's still time for Wimberley. them Texans over there. Gilmer versus Graham. Gilmer 35, Graham 7. That's a halftime score. Austin LBJ versus Lindale 28-7. That Austin LBJ is winning that one. Argyle's up big at halftime, 28-0. Grapevine is up 31-21 against Abilene Wiley. Abilene Wiley, remember, came back. Now they've lost that lead again. Let's see if they can do it all over again. Arlington versus Dallas Jesuit. 28-24. Arlington is up by just a little bit in third quarter in that one. Denton Ryan is up huge, guys. 63-0 against Dallas Adams in the third quarter. Louisville's up against McKinney Boyd 34-10 third quarter. South Lake Carroll 42, Haltom 7. That's third quarter. Franklin versus Wascom 7-0. That's halftime score. South Grand Prairie, Richardson Lake Highlands. South Grand Prairie's up 25-14 third quarter. Allen's up in the third quarter against Plano West 34-6. Lake Travis Round Rock are tied at 21 in the third quarter. We saw this one's final. Hazlitt sorry, I'm going to learn that by next week. Hazlitt Eaton won tonight against Weatherford 21-14. They're going to go on to face Central Bobcats next week. Lubbock Monterey versus El Paso Del Val. Del Val 44, Monterey 43. This one's a tight neck-and-neck game going into the fourth quarter. El Paso Bel Air versus Lubbock Coronado. Lubbock Coronado's up big, 68-28 fourth quarter. Tie ball game at Clinton Horizon versus El Paso Irvin, 19s at halftime. Byron Nelson 7, North Crowley 3. That's a halftime score. Mansfield Summit versus Abilene Cooper. Sorry, Coop, but 48-2-14. It looks like they're going to lose that one, but it is just halftime. Odessa Permian is up big against El Paso Franklin, 23-7 at halftime, but I'm pretty sure that score is a little bit more out of hand now. 52-0. That's the score of Lubbock Cooper versus Fort Worth Polytechnic. And Jim Ned, they won tonight. 24-17. So Jim Ned, state championship bound, right?
Yep.
Hey, remember those Ballinger Bearcats beat them earlier this year. Cibolo Steel 50, Madison 3. That's a final score for Cibolo Steel. Deer Park lost to Galena Park North Shore tonight, 59-7. Remember, state champion right there. Probably going to keep on going. DeSoto Clean Shoemaker, that one was final 57-32. That was last night. Rockwall beat Riley last night 47-7. Duncanville beat Killeen Harker Heights 60-14 last night. Arlington Martin beat Richardson 58-14 last night. Aledo beat Dallas Hillcrest 77-13 last night. Colleyville Heritage beat Fort Worth Brewer last night 51-28. Amarillo Tascosa beat El Paso Chapin 56-7 last night. And the last one, Llano Hallettsville 53-28. That one's final. Hallettsville won it. Goodbye, Llano, but goodbye scores page, because we're done for this section of the scores page. Brought to you by Deersky & Deersky, the real estate professionals of Texas.
All right. You got to love Trammell's enthusiasm, his energy to not only give the scores, but to just say who sponsors our segment.
Exactly. You got to love Trammell.
Yeah, love me some Matt Trammell in that segment there. All right, let's see. Raul De Leon, 55-35, they won. Perry Green, sounds like a Central won big. Jenny Leifesty, so proud of the Bobcats. Way to go, Jalen Leifesty. That is her grandson there. We are also proud of Jalen tonight, too. And then joining our broadcast, the one and only Nancy Dendel-Kalk, always a big fan, supporter of us, of COVER1 and San Angelo Central Bobcat football. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. The Bobcats, big winners tonight as they are headed to the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2017, which says a lot, because it's taken them, it's not because of lack of effort, it's just matchups.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
And certainly when you get paired up with the Arlington Martins and the Arlington Lamars of the world, life becomes a little difficult, to say the least. So, hey, before we leave you tonight, we do want to share a really cool post-game, not a post-game, but a really cool highlight. And this one was, this is our only Concho Valley team that will be representing our area of West Texas in the state championship, and that is the Sterling City Eagles. These guys, I tell you, if you don't keep up with six-man football too much, these guys are amazing to watch. And they pulled out a win last week in overtime. On Saturday at the Mustang Bowl in Sweetwater. Phenomenal win from them. They are headed back to Jerry World for the first time since 2010. So under Trey Cisco doing a fantastic job out there in Sterling City. So the Sterling City Eagles We'll get to that here in just a bit. John Mendes, thank you so much for joining us tonight, the Lakeview Chief himself. So without further ado, let's take a peek as to how the Sterling City Eagles arrived to the Class 1A Division I state championship.
If there's anything that pops off the page when it comes to six-man football here in the state of Texas, it's the offensive fireworks. But tonight, well, the theme was defense, and in overtime, as the Sterling City Eagles put together a performance to remember as they take down Borden County tonight 48-40, and are now headed to the Class 1A Division I state championship game. Well, hello and welcome to the Mustang Bowl here in Sweetwater, Texas. I'm Manny. Diaz. If there's any way to describe this one, instant classic. Yeah, Sterling City didn't get its first lead of the game until the overtime. That's how crazy this one was. Coming up, we'll not only hear from the Eagles as they put words to this win, but we'll have the breakdown as to how this one came full circle. But first things first, let's get to those highlights. Chance Ferguson and the kids from Sterling City looking to get back to the state title game for the first time since 2010. They would have to get past the five-time state champ Borden County Coyotes. First quarter, 8-0 BC. We mentioned fireworks to start the show. Well, here you go. Cross Niddle puts up a duck. Quack, quack. But no worries. 1-9. Chance Ferguson holds it in and is off to the races for the 53-yard touchdown. Game tied at 8. A little more than 2 to go in the opening frame. Here come the Coyotes. BC knocking on the door. Tommy Kingston to Mason Cole for the 13-yard touchdown, giving the Coyotes the 16-8 advantage. Second quarter now, same score, but not for long. Gotta love the fight from the Sterling City team. Cross Niddle to Chance Ferguson, 9-yard touchdown connection, game tied at 16. Ensuing Borden County drive, the Coyotes making that Sterling City defense howl. Pitch to Mason Cole, and this dude is G to the O&E gone for the 55-yard touchdown, and we're tied no more. Under a buck to go in the half, Borden County up 24-16. Pitch to Kai Edwards, who has a nice convoy on his way into the end zone. Coyotes up 32-16, heading into the break. Fourth quarter now, after a scoreless third, Borden County with the rock facing 4th and 13. Trey Edwards looking deep, but finds Damian Calderon. Not exactly who he had in mind. Sterling City takes over. Next Eagles possession. Pitch to Cross Niddle, and it's the cutback that springs him loose for the touchdown to make it a one-possession game just like that. Very next Sterling City drive, the Eagles on the comeback trail. Niddle to Will Cisco. Takes one heck of a hit. Personal foul penalty called on Borden County, which would prove to be huge because on the very next play, Niddle looking to throw and hooking up with Chance Ferguson for the score, and we're all knotted up at 32. Under a buck to go following a clutch Borden County interception, the Coyotes take advantage of the field position courtesy of Mason Cole to go up 40-32. Next Eagles possession. 7 seconds left in the game. Cross Niddle. The Eagles Swiss Army knife finds Damian Calderon for the touchdown. Are you kidding me? And following the score, it came down to the extra point attempt. If it's good, let's keep playing. If not, game over. BC tried icing Raul Sanchez, but 3 says, I got this, as he boots it through. Extra point good. Let's go to overtime. In the OT, Eagles get the ball first. They give it to Niddle, and he knows what to do with it as he takes it to the house. Good for the Eagles' first lead of the ball game. Next Borden County drive, it all came down to 4th down. Trey Edwards connects with Kai Edwards, but the Eagles' defense closes the gap before he could get to the first down marker. Ball game. Sterling City wins it 48-40, and they're headed to the title game for the first time since 2010, where they'll face the May Tigers for all the marbles in Texas. Coming up, the Eagles put words to this dramatic win.
You know, it's just awesome. It's been 10 years since we went, and now we're going back again, and all I can say is these kids never give up, no matter what the circumstances. They always believe that they're going to win the game, and they did it tonight.
Yes, sir. Give credit to them after halftime. We didn't let them score in the third quarter, and just letting them score one time in the fourth quarter, give all credit to them because I don't even play defense. I'm an all-offensive man, and golly, just all credit to them. Give them the game ball here tonight.
Number 11 played his tail off tonight. Certainly, every big moment, he was certainly a part of that.
Yes, he's a special kid. And our offensive line blocks, and he runs, and you know, I wouldn't have it any other way, man. They're great kids. You know, 16 years in Sterling City, and you know, the second time we're going, and just to be a part of it with the crowd, the fans that travel with us, and parents, and the great kids we have and coach, it's just an honor.
Congratulations to the Sterling City Eagles as they are Jerry World bound.
Hey,
yeah.
wish I could have said that.
I know, that's something to
We
say.
all.
No matter what level you're on.
Yeah, definitely.
So they'll take on the May Tigers next Wednesday afternoon there at Jerry World. So we will be part of that. We will have a broadcast specifically dedicated to them. And then we're going to come back on Friday night, and we're going to do something with the Central Bobcats for that specific game. So we're going to give you double coverage of
aren't
Cover
y'all
1.
lucky?
Yeah, aren't you guys? Let's see. Twofer. You get a 2-for-1 there. So Matt Trammell, as we get ready to kind of hang up tonight, let's get your final thoughts on the night and your final word there.
Final thoughts of the night were, thank God Malachi Brown didn't throw any more turnovers like he's been doing. Thank you, football gods, because that led the Bobcats to win a gold ball, by-district champions. So we got by-district champions. We got future state champions on Wednesday. I mean, heck, the Concho Valley out here is showing out. So be on the lookout. Here we go. See you guys.
All right. Thank you, Matt Trammell. Christian, I'll direct that question to you. Final thoughts of the night. I know it's going to be Angry Orange oriented here.
Yes, of course. You know, shout out Malachi Brown. All love, man. You got to your gold ball senior year. That's awesome. And do it all for Fel, baby. Love you, brother.
There we go. Absolutely. Man, props to the Central Bobcats. Malachi Brown played lights out. We saw this defensive front. D-Baby. I think that's probably my new favorite player on the Central Bobcat team. This dude showed out. That whole defensive front just got after that Eastlake offense. So mad props to them. Congratulations to the Sterling City Eagles. Yes. It's been, you know, we've kind of followed these guys all season long from afar. We've been watching you to certainly take it all in on Saturday night there at the Mustang Bowl in Sweetwater. So much fun. Nothing like winning in overtime to get to a state championship game. So, big things coming next week. We will have double coverage of live Cover 1 here on SanAngeloLive.com. It'll start on Wednesday afternoon. We're going to bring you the goods from the state championship, so with the 6-man kids, and then we'll come back on Friday evening and hang out with the Central Bobcats. So we'll keep you updated throughout the week. Certainly this weekend, when the Bobcats will be playing and who they'll be getting. We do know that it'll be Eaton that they'll be getting next. It is still to be determined of where they will square off next week. So big shout out to all who were involved tonight. Sonia Ramirez Munoz, who's our scorekeeper. Of course, to shout out to Socorro ISD for allowing us to broadcast your feed tonight. You guys did phenomenal. Thank you so much. And of course to Ryan Chadwick, our resident Bobcat connoisseur, always taking care of us. You can catch us right up on SanAngeloLive.com immediately following this. I'm sure it's already up there. We haven't quite had a chance to check up on that. So nonetheless, it's been fun. It's been real for week 16. Man, can you believe it?
That's a whole NFL season.
I know. We've gone through a whole NFL season. Next week.
And don't worry, there's more.
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Double trouble.
Week 17 next week as we continue to go. All right. So for Christian Gabaldon, Matt Trammell, I'm Manny Diaz. Good night. God bless. We will see you in week 17.
Chargers!